I tell you, I'm not doing good. They are coming for me. They are in my inboxes just trying to take away my freedom of speech, okay? And I'm going to be frank, honest. And he didn't think I was going to come up here and say something. You got me all the way messed up. And I'll tell you how it started. Because if y'all remember, the first time they was threatening me when I was working on this case, press 2 of you guys remember. Press 2 of y'all remember. And some of y'all might want to chat in the chat, but y'all probably have to go out and come back in and chat in the chat. The chat still works, okay? Get these likes up because tonight I'm opening up the phone lines. I'm sick and tired of all this, okay? Open up the phone lines. Hit that link is at the top. If y'all need me to drop the link again, I will. I want to hear from everybody because I'm sick of y'all with y'all threatening me all in my inbox. I can't even sleep. Here you go. Here you go. And another thing, y'all got this delusion that Lulu is in cahoots with me. I don't know that girl. And then y'all have this idea that Lulu is BG. Let's get that clear. Can we get that clear? Okay, so it all started yesterday. I ain't gonna tell you the first time, but do y'all remember the first time? I told y'all the first time. But the other day, I had BG up here. Now, you know BG, that is Lulu's representative. That's her spokesperson. I be getting into it with her, too. She gonna say, I'm not her spokesperson. Yes, you is. Okay? Now, people feel like Lulu and BG is the same person. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? They sound different to me. But y'all believe what y'all believe. So, when I had her on my platform, they went, I guess, and told her, hey, you know, Gigi is platforming Lulu and she up there crashing out on Natasha, saying, Natasha, you know, good that we see all the lies and all this and all that. And she was just sick and tired of it. So, honey, I feel like I cannot prove this, but I do feel like anytime the Davidson family, if he even a part of the Davidson family, and do y'all want me to show y'all who he is? Press 4 if y'all want me to show y'all the messages, because, baby, I don't got nothing to hide. I started this stuff, and I showed y'all the messages of anybody that sent me messages. Y'all know how I gets down, okay? I don't got nothing inappropriate in my DMs, okay? I have nothing to hide in my DMs, all right? So, yeah, I'll put his picture up there, and I'll put the message that he sent me to, and he just sent it to me, okay? And I know how they roll because Natasha controls everything. And if Natasha let one of them dogs out on me, it's because she approved, because they don't move until she say move, right? Press 9 if they don't move until she say move, right? Right? Okay, remember? Do y'all remember when one of the cousins went on a TikTok live stream and he was talking about the insurance policy with Lulu? He said, yeah, Lulu is on the insurance policy. Y'all remember that? Somebody told me that, and I told y'all that, right? And I put up the picture and everything, go who the cousin was and what he was saying or whatever, right? It's all public shit. It ain't nothing private. So they got mad at me because I did that. And then he was like, he was going to come up here and talk. Remember, we was going to do an interview with him. He was going to talk, right, about Tyrone putting Lulu on the insurance and all this and all that. Press 5 if y'all remember that. I got good memory. I might be old as hell, but I got good memory. So we amped up. We amped up about to do it, right? Next thing you know, he was like, oh, Natasha said, I can't interview on your platform. You're going to have to talk to them or Nat. You know, I can't do it. Okay. Then it was another situation where another member was going to come up here, but then she got shut down by Miss Natasha, honey. Okay. So I believe that, honey, if they coming in my inbox now, they ain't never came in my inbox like this. Okay. Threatening me, telling me that I better shut the F up right now. You know what I'm saying? Excuse you? And then I've been hearing that they's trying to shut down Polo shit. Did you hear that? Press 10 if you heard they trying to strike Polo down. Now, if they trying to strike Polo down, then I heard they was coming for Nina Johnson. Press 15 if y'all saw those posts of Nina Johnson. Nina Johnson is steady have to fight for her life. I'm not special, y'all. You know they coming on my goddamn door, okay? So, honey, when I tell you this ain't cool and this ain't right, but I'm going to open my mouth, I'm not going to be scared and be quiet about it. Do you understand me? Now, I still have my girlfriend, Tamala here. Tamala, are you there? And get the likes up, y'all. Hurry up, get the likes up. Because I was having issues trying to get on this live. That's why I was late. I don't know if they doing their voodoo magic stuff or what. And I'll be honest with y'all, none of them like. I don't think Lulu like me. I know her ass don't like me. And I don't give a damn about Lulu not liking me. I don't give a fuck about BG not liking me. Hell, it's still okay. I'm not here to be fucking liked. I'm not here to be liked. Okay? All right. Whoo! None of them like me, y'all. All across the board. I'm not in cahoots with nobody. I'm not nobody puppet, okay? Okay? So let's get that out the way. Go ahead, Tamala, before something else come in my mind.
Hey, Chet. Hey, Olivia
Now,
Johnson.
bump all that.
Hey,
Hey,
Jamaica.
what's up, girl? What's
What's
up?
up? What's up? What's up? I just want to say, they can bring the smoke, Gigi. We're going to take all the smoke over here because at the end of the day, nobody's scared. We only fear God.
What
We
time
don't
out?
fear
I'm not going to
no
say I'm
man.
not scared, okay?
Oh,
Am I
Gigi.
scared?
Okay,
Hell
with it.
yeah. Look,
You
these are
scared?
criminals, okay?
Bye,
They
Gigi.
sons are
Bye.
getting shot at. Hell yeah, I'm scared, man. That's why I'm coming to y'all and saying something. Hello, if something happened to me, you know who did it, okay? I don't trust these niggas, okay? You don't know how to
Okay.
tick, tick, boom. If they taking out their own people, come on now. Come on now.
Come
Hell.
on now.
Yeah,
Come
so
on
I'm
now.
not saying that. I'm not scared. Shit. I'm scared, y'all. I may have to create me a GoFundMe, okay? Hell. Go ahead. Gigi ain't never scared. I would love to say that, Olivia. That's so easy to say behind your screen. That's so
Well,
easy to say when you're in the comfort of your own home. That's so easy to say when you're in your room. Okay? Come out in them streets and say that shit.
girl, I be out in the streets all the time. I am not gonna let nobody keep me confined to no house,
Tamala,
no
don't
nothing.
nobody know
Cause
you,
that
girl. They don't know
girl,
you.
I don't care if they did. They probably been on my. I don't care if they social media site. I don't care if they did. It is
Well,
what it
Tamala, I
is.
don't gotta like you, boo. Look. I'm scared. I'm calling the cops, y'all. Wanna let y'all know right now, I am a cop caller. Okay? I'm calling them white folks on y'all. Okay? I'm not gonna fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna go back and forth all day either. I'm just gonna call them cops. Okay? I'm gonna let y'all know that right now.
You gonna call the
Royal D
cops?
said, Gigi, I'm not scared of them. They don't know me. Well, hit Royal D up, y'all.
Yeah, I don't
Royal D,
blame you,
I'm gonna
Royal
post
D.
all your
I
shit on
wouldn't
my
be scared
Facebook so
either,
they can
Royal
fuck.
D.
Let's see how you handle
And
that.
just me, I know that's right, baby. What you say, bring it on, just me. That's what I'm saying too. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna be quiet. This is something that should be talked about. You brought it to the table. If you wanted somebody to be quiet, you shouldn't have never brought it to the table, boo. Not at all. So ain't nobody gonna be quiet over here. It's all the time they in your back door, Gigi. They know who's scared and who to go mess with, baby, honey.
Okay, y'all, I got something to say. Polo is here. Hey, Polo, how you doing?
What they do? What they do? What's
What's
good?
What's
going
up, Paul?
on?
What's up,
Man,
Popo?
I can't call him, man. I'm just cooling, man. Just cooling. What's good? What y'all got going on?
It's a lot going on. I'm glad that you are here so we can get some stuff clear. They thinking BG and Lulu is the same person, and I saw your post about it. Can you clear that? Then I sent you a message of that dude threatening me, telling me to shut the f up. Also, do you remember me sending you that post, that message?
Yeah, I remember that post. I seen that.
Okay.
I don't, I don't know why people come with that theory. Like, you know how Lulu sound. You have, if people been paying attention, people have seen conversations about Lulu. If people been around Lulu, people know the difference or whatsoever. Like, people just got their own theory, but for it's like that threatening shit, man. Hey, when you brought that shit to the internet, this what it is, man. Bloggers gonna be out here doing what they do. If you don't like it, you should have kept your motherfucking mouth closed.
Mm, mm,
That's
mm,
just
mm.
what it is. You should just kept your mouth closed, man. Ain't all that talking about what you gonna do to somebody, man. Well, I don't know, shit. Ain't nobody gonna run up on Polo and think ain't nothing gonna happen. Shit, they gonna go ahead and be talking about justice for your ass too. But justice gonna be served.
Mm. Do you know who that man is?
I don't know who that is, man. You know, it's so many goddamn accounts going around. This the bottom line of it is. It's just like this right here. When you come to the internet, anytime you bring anything to the internet, it becomes the world business. You can't get mad about anything that your family, your people brought to the internet. You can't tell the internet to cease and start talking about something if your family brought it there. You should be talking to your family, snapping on them, cussing them out. Or what's up? But hell, at one point, all y'all want the answers. Now nobody want answers when it hit close to home or when certain names get brought up. Y'all gotta make it make sense. Or what's up? The bloggers gonna do what the bloggers do. And if people feel some type of way, take all that shit down off your page and act like you never said it before. Take it off.
Mm-hmm.
Their family need to take it off their page. Stop accepting people money because as long as you accept people money, it's the world business.
Mm-hmm. But they come to my page to hear me talk about Tyrone.
Yeah, they
They
gonna do that
come to my
anyway. But
page to hear
Gigi,
people
but
talk about it.
but Gigi, you can't worry about that because guess what? You got people that pay to be a subscriber on my page just to sit there and eavesdrop. So it, you know what I mean? It's unavoidable. Bad buzz everywhere. That's what they do. Normally they make fake profiles to come harass you. They pay to be a subscriber just to eavesdrop. You know what I mean? It's unavoidable because no matter how many people you block, they just gonna make a new account. So you know what I mean? You just gotta keep doing you, keep entertaining or speaking your what you got going on your platform, and you can't worry about all that because they gonna do what they do anyways. If they don't like
Mm-hmm.
it, then they need to tell their family to stop talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you absolutely right. I remember Natasha came out and she said, I'm bringing this to the internet because I want to know what y'all think, internet. I want y'all opinion, internet. And she just kept on feeding us and feeding us and feeding us. And we've been talking about Lulu trashing a mama, and they loving all that. But then when we are looking all across the board, it's like, you better stop. Okay, if you don't stop, shut it down right now. You are not operating for our interests anymore. So you need to shut it down or
Yeah, shut it down.
else.
Yeah.
Or else.
Yeah, but we don't worry about that. What else part? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Too many people is focused on pointing their fingers at one person. You can't get justice for nobody if you already feel like somebody's guilty. You can't tell me about you want answers. No, I mean, since day one, all people have done was point fingers at a person, and y'all they haven't really provided no evidence or no facts. They haven't did the footwork. They don't know what's really going on. They don't know what's true and what's not true unless they was involved themselves. Because they didn't put no boots on the ground. They didn't figure nothing out. No, I mean, they've been down south. So if you know more than what I know, if you know more than me or the people that are directly involved in, that means that you were directly involved in this situation.
Mm.
Because last time I checked, no, I mean, ain't none of them made it back to Gainesville. Except for when they came that bootleg ass meeting in Gainesville. Before boots on the ground, fight checking, talking to the people. Oh, they ain't did none of that. So if they know more than Lulu or anybody else that's directly involved, or me, then they need to be charged with a crime then. Because
Can you
ain't
put a
no way in
name
hell
on
they
it?
know more than the people that was involved.
Can you put a name on it? Because I wonder who you talking about.
There's no way Tweety Dumb, the Cabin Patch, know what I mean? Or anybody down there who been screaming justice for Dro could know more than anybody who was directly involved. Or the people that been doing their boots on the ground. It's impossible.
Mm. So
And
what
if
are your
they
thoughts about this, Polo? They said Natasha and Natalie said that they got a lot of information they still have not put out yet.
man,
They
I'm gonna
said
tell
they
you
got a
something.
whole bunch
I'm gonna
that's
tell you what
still
they got.
yet to be released.
I'm gonna tell you what they got. They went. I'm gonna tell you what they did. This is what they should have released. How they went and called the police and started putting the police on people or whatsoever. See, they playing a ruthless game. They playing a ruthless game. So y'all playing police games. Y'all calling the police, getting the police, telling people, bullying y'all, telling you got supporters, telling demanding their money back. You know what I mean? They doing all these shiesty games and they ain't doing them but making them look bad. And then you got people that's attacking the supporters, cussing them out, calling them out their name because they want transparency. You know what I mean? You got people that claim that they so professional, but every time come out their mouth is always some cuss word, some profanity. I'ma drag that nigga, all type of well shit. I don't know what y'all got going on, what justice y'all think y'all gonna get. Because people think that they got law degrees, certificates, and all that stuff there. It's supposed to mean something. It's not about what certificate you got. It's about who you know. Know what I mean? You could be the best criminal in the streets, but you got the right connects. Know what I mean? People got the game twisted. They got the game twisted. Is this ain't about justice for drug no more. This is a shit show. This all this is, and when you get close to that finish line, and people start getting exposed, that's when the bullshit happens. See, they wanted the world just to focus on one person, and when the world focuses on one person, they can't see the bigger picture. They can't see nothing else. All they see is the world hating one person. Remember
Lulu.
OJ? We all know OJ did it. But the reason why OJ got out because that person tried to make the world hate this person so bad and wanted to, and make the case bigger than what it was that OJ walked free. Sometimes people overkill situations. You know what I mean? People have their own hate and envy toward people that they want the world or everybody else to feel the same. If you felt like this, then why you brought the world in? If you felt like this girl did all this, which you haven't proved no evidence to, or whatsoever, then why did you ask the world for answers if y'all gonna come back with your own answers, talking about this person, this person, this person? Only thing this person is guilty of at this present time, and this not even a crime, is leaving somebody's side. And that's only applied to a relationship. Or whatsoever. No, that's only applied to relationship laws. But in the physical law, what crime was actually committed that a person can prove at this time? You can't be biased. People are being biased because they want the world to hate somebody. Know what I mean? But if you're not being biased, then you ask yourself what crime did they commit? Yeah, they might know more and they might know the answer and they might know more than what they saying. But at this present time, no crime has been proven that it was committed. Because it's one point in time that I came across some information that he was hit by a car or whatsoever. I ain't had enough time, know what I mean, to run down on the people that were supposed to be involved to fact check it. But that shit came across my airwaves. Know what I mean? It's a lot of scenarios of things that could have transpired. But when you got to always keep that door open of different scenarios of what could have happened, what might have happened, who could have been involved. Because hell, let's be real. Let's say for example, know what I mean, some did go wrong and some more happening and somebody threatening a person, somebody put a peep pew, know what I mean, to her head and told her she say something gonna happen to her. Let's say this for example. This is just a theory. Who in their right mind gonna say something? Nobody. Know what I mean? So it's multiple scenarios that still could be out there. That could be out there. Or, or what if he did jump out? Or what if he did cause his own harm? It's scenarios out there that people cannot put a stamp on in full. People are more mad because she haven't openly on me said something herself. But then again, she did say something, but people just disagree with what she's saying. Or what, so people don't agree with it because some fact is she left him on the side of the road. Know what I mean? That's the part they holding on to. Know what I mean? If you love somebody, why would you leave them there? And why would your story change or whatsoever, this and this and that? And we only know, and hold on, and let me clarify something. We only know about a story change up based on what was told. or whatsoever, because I see, I haven't seen no documentation of multiple stories that were verbally said. I haven't heard no audio of multiple story changing. That's only based off what somebody said. I haven't seen no physical proof of multiple stories. Know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen all these stories that people saying was said. Know what I mean? So if I mean, have you seen all these stories?
Yeah, no, I didn't see no stories. It
Okay,
all came from Auntie Natasha.
okay,
She
okay,
said it, and we believed it,
okay.
and that's all we got. And some people were so emotional involved. We're leading with our emotions, and if we feel like they did it because nobody cares about the facts.
Yep.
Beliefs are more powerful than the fact. If
And
you
it,
can get somebody to believe some shit, it's more powerful than the truth.
and, and,
People care about their beliefs and the truth.
and that's the thing about this here, Gigi, that people don't live in the reality world. People live in this fantasy world where they think that just because you say something, a person is convicted. That's not how the law works. You can't bring no charge against nobody and somebody take that charge to trial without no evidence. There's no prosecutor in the state of Florida that gonna prosecute anybody on black crime at trial with no evidence. Better yet, you ain't even gonna go in that door and sit down and have a trial if that state prosecutor don't have evidence when it comes to black on black crime. Oh well, you gotta have it. Know what I mean? But what they gonna try to do before you get the trial is try to force them to take a plea because the state know this case is weak because they don't have no evidence. So they gonna try to force you to cop out. But a smart person, they gonna go to trial knowing that you don't have no evidence. And anything that would consider evidence has been so tampered and altered. Know what I mean? Hell, people are so hooked on the pizza and the Waynes, and they got 1,000 prints on it now. It's so much shit that been touched on. If people really want to touch it, they would have never been touching things that could have been considered evidence. They would have never been touching hell. Ain't no way in hell I'm coming for answers, and I'd have put my fingerprints on everything that was supposed to be at a crime scene.
Mm.
There's no way. You can't get justice if y'all already contaminated what was left of the crime scene. If it was a crime scene, he didn't die on the side of the road. He died in the hospital.
Oh.
He never died on the side of the road. He was
Oh my
pronounced
God.
legally dead in the hospital.
He
He
didn't
still
die
had
on
a
the side of
pulse.
the road?
Yeah, no, he didn't die on the side of the road. He still had a
Hold up.
pulse. He
They
still was
was
alive on the side of the road. So I don't know why
oh
people thinking that.
because they told us that what happened was they killed him and
They
then they
lied.
just dumped his
They
ass
lied.
under the bridge.
That was a
That's
lie.
what they told us.
That was a
They
lie.
dumped him under the bridge and he was already gone.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. He was not pronounced dead until, know what I mean, he was in the hospital. His time of death stamp, know what I mean, for what was told to me, per the family, per Natalie, per Natasha, per Tyrone, his time of death was 3:29 p.m.
3:29
3:29
p.m.
p.m. December 28th. I think
Whoa.
28th, 29th. 20, that
Why
29th.
they didn't keep him on life support longer? Some
He's
people wait for months.
Some people do. Some people do. But then when he was pronounced, according to the Davis family, when he was pronounced dead or whatsoever, that's when the table turned. Well, they tried to shoot at the mother and said, oh, that's why she didn't know when he had died. That's why she had the wrong date on the t-shirt, because when she came back up there, he was still on the machine, but he was already pronounced legally dead on the 29th. I think it's the 29th. The 29th, he was pronounced legally dead. So when she came the next day, that's when she was told about it. And then she asked him to keep him on the machine for another day. But he was already legally pronounced dead the following on the 29th.
Yeah,
He was
because they
but he was not pronounced dead at the scene.
yeah, they do that sometime when they have no brain activity. They'll tell the
Yes,
family
but
it's
he
no
but
activity.
yep, but on the 29th, he was legally pronounced dead because they said
Right.
it was pointed to keep him on the machine because his brain had no activity. No brain activity at all,
Absolutely.
so he was legally pronounced dead.
Absolutely.
Well, why they didn't pray about it? Jesus rose on the third day.
Well, I understand that. I get exactly what you're saying. And that's another reason why that the police didn't treat that under the bridge like a crime scene. But if he would have been dead under that bridge, then it would automatically consider a crime scene. But they didn't treat it like that. They treated it like it was an accident. Or what? So they treated like, all right, a person didn't go to the hospital and he didn't die. But I promise you, if he would have been pronounced dead at that scene, then they would have treated that whole area like a crime scene.
Whew. Now you asked. You said, why would Natasha want us to come out here and speak and then take it away? It's because she wanted to use the people as a weapon.
No,
We were
see,
meant to use as a weapon.
and
Right.
then not only
Against Lulu
not
and Miss Rena. And she
exactly.
wanted us to keep going, attacking Lulu and Miss Rena. And see, and that's what we did. We dived in deep. But then when we dive in deep about the red car and about her son, she wants us backing off. Or Jason, she wants to back off. So yeah, it didn't make sense to me at all. At all. It never made sense.
See,
And
and
that's
then
why I
another,
said
and then another
everybody was
thing
in.
is, and then I'm gonna give y'all some education on something. Then, see, then you got the cabbage patch. You know what I mean? They feel like that. And then they filed these motions or petitions about Gilchrist County and Alachua County or whatsoever. But the thing about this is, the police was never called to the cabin. See, remember I talked about the cabin. See, when people
Yeah.
talking about they was on board, or was it I the one who brought up the dispute at the cabin, or
It was
whatsoever?
You're right, because there was no 911 call to the cabin. It
There
was
was
no
no
call to the
thing
cabin.
about it because you have people that's considered community watch or the people that be out there, the safety patrol. I call them safety patrols. Or
Right.
whatsoever. The people that report to the office when you had them certain people out there when something don't look right, you know what I mean? They go tell. Or whatsoever. So that's what that was. So when
Hold on.
people listen,
Wait,
so
wait,
listen,
wait.
hold
Okay.
on, let me get into your route, right? So this how I knew people didn't do their homework, and I was sitting back laughing because when they filed these motions talking about the police came out, the police never physically came out there. That was the
What?
community watch. Yes, that was the community watch
Oh
that
no.
was said, not the police. So I knew right then and there when they talking about they filed it for this and this and that. I knew right then they ain't know what they were talking about. I knew right then there ain't no way hell that you
Ooh.
gonna file something to the police. The police never came out there. So what you filing? What you doing is lying. You lying because ain't no the police never came out there.
They said
But
the police came.
who said that?
They said, do y'all remember when they said Lulu, Natasha came out here and she said, y'all had to fight the other day. And what you do, Lulu, it ran over to the next day and you took his ass out of here. And the neighbors heard that y'all was
Yeah, but knew
arguing.
that was that
Y'all
was
was
that was a
arguing.
that was a
And
lie.
oh,
That was a lie. That was a
they
lie
said the
because
police came there and they
no
checked and they didn't see. They saw Lulu just taking the bags in the truck, but they didn't
no,
even see
no, no,
Tyrone.
no, no, that's
Hold on.
wrong. That
That was
nope,
a lie. That was
no,
a lie.
that's wrong. That's not how that happened. No, I mean
Hmm.
the person that worked at the cabin, the person that worked out there, seen on me allegedly seen Lulu packing all her baggage by herself, and allegedly didn't see Dro at the time. And when he went back to go check and go help somebody, when he came back, they was gone.
See, we thought because she didn't see it, it put an angle that she already knocked his ass out. That's why
No,
they didn't see it's Tyrone.
this the thing about it is right. A lot of a lot of a lot of monkey wrenches were thrown in the game.
Right.
A lot of
Uh-huh.
monkey wrenches thrown in the game don't mean to keep you off track. Cause let's be honest, I'm gonna tell you something. This where it went wrong at. They don't nobody never expect bloggers to go cross-examine and fight check. Remember, I used to always say, I said, well, hell, how you covering the story, you way over here. How you covering the story, you way over here. You way in 2, 3, 4 states. Know what I mean? How you getting your fights? Remember, I used to always say that. So majority of
Right.
the time when bloggers cover something, they not got boots on the ground. They not actually going to go check. They not pulling up to the hotel. They not going to Papa John. Bloggers just think whatever city they at,
in whatever state they in, and they just feed out the information that's been fed to them. So we were working pretty good. Everything was working good until Polo went to the hotel. Polo went to Papa John's. Polo ended up going to the cabin and nobody knew about. Oh, well, so that's when it started changing because, well, shit, damn, Polo really going to these spots. See, that was the odd thing, and that was the blow that nobody seen coming. Nobody seen coming because bloggers don't do that.
And see, that's the thing that caught me. That's another thing that caught me too, Polo, is because simple fact is, I'm like, why are y'all underneath this bridge and not going to the hotel live or
Bingo,
going to Papa John's live? You know,
bingo.
they also said when they left Papa John's, they went to the phone company. Why y'all didn't go there? Why y'all didn't
Uh,
go to them places? But y'all just went to the bridge. It didn't make sense. None of it made sense.
and then the crazy part about it is, see, when they start, and then the funny part was when they started saying that, oh, Polo was paying these people to say what they say. I was like, well,
Natalie said that about you.
and it's funny,
Natalie said
and it's
that.
funny. It's funny
I
because
seen that.
Natty was the same person that sent me all the dirt on Rena, and I choose not to publish that because, no, I mean, she
Whoa.
sent everything on Rena because when T Nice was speaking for on the for the genocide of the family or whatsoever, they felt like that Rena was behind that and she was feeding T Nice information. So that's when all of them started digging up everything they had on Reno or whatsoever and trying to feed it to me and hope that I post it. They wanted me to post it, but I never posted all no mud shots, no eviction notice, no none of that stuff there or whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got so bad that remember that time we was at City Hall? Hell, they wanted me to get the tire plate for the car they were driving in. And I
Oh
never sent
no.
that. I
Whoa.
don't play them type of games. Like, know what I mean? And that's why I fell out with my black because you was there. You
Whoa.
was there, so you heard certain things yourself. So when I see you on posts, know what I mean, like ride with them, I consider you flawed because you seen and heard exactly what I heard. And if you can't stand on that, then you ain't real in my book.
Absolutely, because they're
You ain't real in my book.
it, it goes to show you they are some users. It really goes to show you that these people are some users. They use everybody as a pawn and a fish in their little pool.
And
So
they would
that's
have
what
got
they
away
do.
with it, but they would have got listen, they would have still been rocking. They still would have been rocking under the radar if Polo went icing for transparency.
Yeah, it was
Or
all
whatsoever.
because of
The,
you.
the
It was all
domino would
that's
never
your
the
fault, Polo.
yeah, he ain't my goddamn fault, cause boy, listen
It's
here.
your fault, Polo, because if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be exposed.
Hold on, listen. The crazy part about it, I had already been laying. I had been laying ever since February. If you remember that post I made, I said, man, and when I get done to Tasha, I got something to say to you, and I ain't sparing nobody.
Ooh.
Remember that post way back in February?
Oh.
I had
I
Yeah.
been,
missed that
listen,
one.
I had been put the puzzle together. I've been putting the puzzle together way back. All you gotta do is just go to the FME Polo page. I had been made that post way back in February.
I'm the
Way
one.
back in February.
I know because I'm the one told Gigi. I said, Gigi, you need to go on there. I've been on Polo's page. You need to go on there. And then I started saying when me and Rob was on the panel together, me, Rob, and Sean, I said something ain't right. Something just ain't right. This whole case is just Bob. And every time we getting closer, it's like they throw a monkey wrench, just like you said. Because if you go back and you'll see me say that too, they'll throw another monkey wrench in there and have us going and spinning our block other ways. And then it was always just something. It was just was off. Every time
See,
you get the Tasha was like, don't no, Jason. Then when you talked about the red
yeah, there
car,
you go. There
it
you
was
go.
yeah.
Yep. You right, you right. See, one thing about it, she discredited. Let me tell you something. She discredited me 2 times. I laid on her, right?
Undermined you
Yeah,
too.
oh yeah, the 2 times, right? So I'm like, damn. I said, then we had already talked about this. So I'm like, okay. And then when they pointed something out, I said I cross-examined what they were saying, and then brought the real facial, you know what I mean, behind it instead of what they were saying. So then when I drop it to them, and then I talk about it, Tell me why next thing I'm seeing loudmouth on her live discrediting what I'm saying. I'm saying what?
Mm-hmm.
I said, huh? I said, oh no, that ain't making sense. I just showed you proof. I said, man, you ain't nobody tell me, ain't nobody sit here and tell me about the hospital situation or about what's about the Jason thing. We had already started narrowing that shit down. We had narrowed it down. So when the homeboy came on talking about the Rolite talking about, oh man, he saying that you were down there and he's just trying to get clicking views and all that. And then he started running his mouth. But if you pay attention, he would watch his phone and they would tell him that Polo went lying, Jason was there. If you pay attention, his whole momentum changed. And then he asked Jason a direct question, and Jason tell him, yeah, I was there. Now your whole thought process did change. But you just telling Jason that he don't know what he talking about, and he just doing it for clout, bringing a real nigga name in this. I've been knowing you. You would never go against the family like that until Jason said I was there. Now
Mouth
it's a whole
drops
nother ball
then.
game.
Yeah, jaws drop then. You
His
did
whole
that,
jaws
Polo.
dropped.
You
His
did
whole
that.
jaws dropped.
Yeah. Had bitches on mute.
Man, I'm talking about, listen. And the crazy part about it is, like I told people from day one, I ain't saying that Jason took part in what happened. I said Jason know more than what he's saying. Jason was already told not to say nothing as he stayed out his own mouth. He was told not to say nothing about nothing. But your loyalty was to Joe. That's where your loyalty was supposed to have been at.
So can I ask you a question about that, Jason? So do you still think that Jason and Lulu are screwing around?
I think Jason know more than what he's saying. I
Okay.
know that's how I feel. Jason know more than what he's saying. And hell, I don't even want to bring up what Broward County said. Shit. Know what I mean? I don't even want to bring up Broward
Well,
County
I want you to bring it
cause,
up. What did he
cause
say? What
let
they
Broward
say?
County let Broward County tell it.
Tell it.
Let Broward County tell it. She Lulu was fucking more than just one person that he knew. Know what I mean? But
Oh.
that's what Broward but that what Broward County say.
Well,
Know what
was
I
she
mean?
messing with other men in the family? Because they say they like to keep it in the family.
Well, I don't have no fights on that.
Okay.
I don't know who she was sleeping with, who she was getting to, cause you can't put no official stamp on it. Know what I
Was
mean? Cause
Tyrone
I
trying to
wasn't
hit
there.
that? Was Big Tyrone trying to hit that?
Well, when it came to Big Tyrone, what I know for a fact was that the dude that they keep talking about, they don't know that Tyrone, that on the mistress or whatever, she slept
You
with
talking about
Tyrone.
Ray?
Yeah,
What's her name? Lay?
yeah, the miss. No, not late, not from game. That she was just
Where was
um
she? Who was
she was just trying to dib and dab and play her cards as she
a
claimed.
dib and
Or
dab?
was
That's
yeah,
what they call it.
she was just jigging and finessing.
What? How she finessing a broke nigga?
Shit, I got. Know what I mean?
What?
Know what I mean? People probably thought that. Know what I mean? He had it because
What did
his
she get
son
out
had it.
of it? What she got out of it?
Shit, she ain't got none out of it.
Oh, so this another girl that he's digging to
No, I'm
see.
talking about the mission. I'm talking about the dude, mama. I'm talking about. Remember the one that started talking about Tasha and them, the skinny boy, Theo, his name Theo, that something like that on Facebook. But his mama messed with Big Tyrone. That's the mistress. What's
His
up?
mama.
But she slept
Who
with
you
Dro too.
talking about?
I'm talking about that light skinned lady, man, the mistress.
I don't know who she is. What's her name?
Hold on, right quick. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now what her
What's
name.
the mistress
Let
name?
me pull her mug shot up.
She got a mug. What she do?
She a shooter. She a killer.
Oh hell no! Ooh,
Nah, she ain't no
killing
killer, but I
motherfucker.
ain't gonna lie now. I ain't gonna lie now. She did have attempted murder, attempted murder charge about a year and a half ago.
Uh
Or
uh.
whatsoever. So, But that person I'm talking about, her name,
They said Shemere.
yeah, they know what I'm talking about. What? She light
Pronounce
skinned
that.
girl. She light skinned girl. I'm gonna show. Hold on. I'm just
Oh,
gotta send it
okay.
to the chat. I should be able to send it to the chat right quick.
So what about her? She was messing with
Hold on,
Tyrone.
hold on right quick. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna send it to the chat. I should be able to send it to you.
So what's her relationship with Miss
Oh,
Renee?
okay. So I don't know. I don't think they some kin with each other,
Are they
but
friends?
they might. I'm pretty sure they know each other, but I don't think this. They I don't think she rocking with them or something like that because that's his mama, and she messed with Tyrone, the daddy, but she slept with the son too.
How the
That's what I said.
she slept with who? Which son?
With Dro.
The one Tyrone, the one that passed away.
Yep. She
He
slept with
was hitting
T1.
that.
Yep.
Oh
T2. She
my
slept with
God.
T2. She slept with T1 and T2. This come directly out the son's mouth.
What?
Yeah, the son ended up knowing me passing that information along.
So was the since they passing it, did Big Tyrone hit Lulu too? Was he banging that?
That part I don't know. Don't make me sit up here a
I
lie.
mean, it's only fair. You get my hoe, I get your hoe. Let's trade hoes.
Yeah, know what I mean? So I think that I think the Mitchell had dealing with the son before the daddy. The daddy came after the son. That's how that
The
happened.
daddy came after the son.
Yeah, the daddy came out of the son. I mean, she was dealing with the son first, and then she started dealing with the daddy.
How that happened? How do you transfer from the son? So she was messing with Tyrone Davis Jr. first, and then she graduated to the big daddy.
Yeah, know what I mean? You talking about how that happened? See how snakes grow in grass? How they stood in grass? They just pop up and
So
start
what
slide
the fuck
around.
do he be saying to these hoes?
Oh shit, I don't know, man. Some people just got a gift for gab, I guess,
Well, why he
or
not
some people
gabbing
get
about
sold
this
a dream,
case?
huh?
Why he not gabbing about this case?
The funny part I try to tell people about this. I say, well, I say for a man that's screaming he won't justice for his son, he been the quietest out of everybody.
And I know he can talk if he related to Natasha.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure he can
of course he
talk.
can talk. You seen him on my lives plenty of times.
Yeah, but he probably can talk him down like Natasha too.
Tyrone is not trying to go to jail, y'all. That's simple as that. He letting Tasha do all the talking and letting them do all that, but he's not trying to walk in no jail cell. He
No,
already
no,
know what it is.
I don't think that's really what it is. What I believe is that he don't want
It's
his face on it. That's what I believe.
no, because it's a
I
lot going on behind the
I I,
scenes.
I believe he don't want his face. Forget I believe he don't want his face on this, so he don't want justice for his child. So that makes it an illusion. It makes it an illusion. It sounds good or whatsoever, you
Right.
know what I mean? Because a man that wants justice for his child, he don't give a damn what nobody say, what nobody got going on. He coming and stand on business
That's
or
exactly what
whatsoever.
I
Like,
said.
come on, bro. Like listen, listen here. Them people that fight down south for the dude that got assaulted by the police down there. Them people had boots on the ground. The David family showed up. These people ain't even know these people. They don't even know these people like that. They just showed up to these people protest. Know what I mean? Protesting, know what I mean? But at the same time, they ain't showed up in Gainesville and put no sign up and do the same type of protest.
They said Big Tyrone is screaming justice for Chris.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Because don't mean them people don't even know him like that. Cause I talked to some of them family members, man, and them people ain't asked them people to come down there. Them people are protesting for their own family member. So
Well,
them
maybe
people
they
so
just want y'all to, take a pause and then, I don't know
no, no,
why. Go ahead.
no, that ain't what they want. They want to get these people money or whatsoever. Everything was all good until these people money started coming in. Or whatsoever.
Right.
Remember the people money started coming in through to my channel. So when they started donating that money and that money started coming in, well, that's when everything started changing.
What you said.
Everything started changing when that money come in because guess what? We have made it so big, and it's so big now that that even if anybody fall off, people are so connected and emotionally tied that they gonna donate. And you got people that still gonna be like, man, y'all getting out balance, y'all getting sidetracked. It's still justice for the person. The world is so emotionally, the world is too emotionally tired at this point to recognize what's flawed and what's real. So every
Right.
time that something come out and you expose some things, the people are so emotionally tired that they ain't even trying to hear you exposing the fraud that's taking place. They don't want to hear
Absolutely.
that because they're too emotionally tied in. And what they need to do is they need to take a break from social media, go drink some cut water, and then come back. And then they'll realize that, hold
What
on,
was
man, what's all this
drinking?
going
White
on?
drinking
Because
cut
right now they're
water.
too emotionally tied in and can't see the flaw.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I told Gigi. I said, you say Dro's name, the money gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Like you in a strip club, it's gonna rain if you say his name. Because a lot of people liked him. They didn't know him personally, but they liked him. And
And
that's
you know,
what
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
and and that's why when they start getting that money, and I was like, they said they got the PI, and then I go and I had somebody to donate to the baby mama. Um, and then I'm looking on here, and they said, "Girl, ain't nobody really donating to that. Are you sure you on the right?" I said, "Let me see. Send it to me. Screenshot." They screenshot it, and I seen how much money it was, and I'm like, "Okay, but y'all just got the money all of a sudden for the PI." But
But
this,
you know,
y'all,
but the reason why you don't see that thing move like that, because I started on my platform letting people donate to their Cash App, their
right,
time, their Apple Pay. So that's why
right.
that number didn't move or whatsoever. And that was a fatal mistake. That was a
Right.
fatal mistake because when people donate through time and Cash App, that money can't be traced. They don't have to show no explanation behind that money. So
They
that's
don't.
why I should have always stayed on a GoFundMe account or a
Yes.
trusted platform where they it's mandatory to show transparency on that money. Or whatsoever, you gotta show the
Absolutely.
receipts. So
Because
that's
see,
where the fatal mistake came in there.
That's why Tasha wasn't able to do the GoFundMe. They made her take it down. They made
You-
her take
They
it
they
down.
they made it take it down for a reason.
Uh-huh.
They made it
I
made
re-
it okay. All right.
you know what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna leave it
Yep.
at that.
Yeah, they made it take it down for a reason because it was supposed to be there. Know what I mean for the PI, but making that GoFundMe account and putting that donation to get a hire a private investigator. Guess what? You had to hire that private investigator, or you had to get the people their money back.
Absolutely.
You had to show
Absolutely.
proof. You had to show proof that you used that money to hire a private investigator, or you were responsible to get them people their money
Absolutely.
back.
Yeah.
But by
Absolutely.
people, and then people were so emotional, tied in that when they were sending money, they didn't put for a private investigator. For these, they probably put. Remember, they tell people to put justice for Joe. Remember what
Right.
I'm saying? See, it's not for the private investigator. It would say justice for Joe. So guess what?
Right.
That's a whole wide range of things. That's a
Right.
whole wide range of things. And people not paying attention and not catching on. They thinking they doing the right thing. And
Right.
then you
Because
got the
that can
people
be
that
for
feel like,
t-shirts,
yep,
buttons. It can be for t-shirts, buttons, stickers, all that.
it
Yes,
could
you're
be for it.
absolutely
It
right.
could be it could be for clothes for them to wear that just got
Right.
justice for Joe. It could be for a whole lot of things,
Yep.
except for what it was supposed to
Transportation.
be for.
Transportation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Transportation.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So the transparency went out the door, and then you had people like, oh, I ain't gotta have transparency. Oh, why we keep talking about transparency? Transparency matters. It matters because if you don't want transparency when it comes to your money, then hell, I don't even see how you even in a relationship or how some of these people in a relationship talking about they don't want transparency. I know they the biggest ducks. They gotta be the biggest duck because people could tell them anything and they gonna go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And receipts always matter because it tells the truth of what's going on.
You know, it's a whole lot. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's a whole lot of gullible people out there. Because before I give up my hard-earned money or any money, I got to make sure I'm giving it for the right cause, baby. I'm serious. I do that to this day. If somebody come up and say, "Oh, ma'am, can you give me some spare change? I want to get something to eat." I said, "Well, since you say you want to go get something to eat, come on in the store. Let's get something to eat." Then they'll
I'm
be like,
trying to
"I don't
tell you.
want that." And then they be like, "I don't want that." And I'll be like, "Well, if you didn't want that, you should have just said, I want these few dollars to go get me a drink." Just be real with me.
I'm trying to tell
Y'all get the lights up.
when they tell
Yeah,
when they when they tell me they don't want that, then I ain't got no money to give them no more.
absolutely. That's
That's
how it
I.
is.
We ain't playing them games no more. You want food? I buy you food. I'm not giving you my money to go do nothing else with that. All that talking about, oh, you gave it from your heart, whatever they choose, do with nothing. That ain't how that work. That ain't
Okay,
how that work
y'all,
with me.
hold on, cause I gotta show the picture. Are y'all ready to see it? Okay, let me show it. Let me show it. I'm gonna bring it up here to the top. All right.
So what picture?
Um, that guy, Tamala. I hear you in the background. I'm gonna mute you because I'm hearing that stuff in the background, Tamala. All right. So let me go up here. Um, so I showed Polo earlier today already, but let me put this in front. All right, so you see it right here. His name is Underdog Joe Baker, sir. I don't know who this is. He says, please shut the F up about my cousin Dro. So he's a family member. You don't know who the F you talking about. What you mean by that? If I don't know, tell us about respectfully getting money anyway, cause this ain't it. He don't know how to spell good. But this is who hit me up earlier today. And it really, you see the time, 12:32 p.m. You see that? That was earlier today. All right, so the underdog, I'm going to let them know because I already know how they roll. That's like a warning before they going to bust a move. And before you bust a move, I want people to know, who's sending me these threats, trying to take away my rights. So, yeah. So there it is, y'all, in real time. And if you need me to do it in real time, here it is. It's another one because I know y'all may say, well, did you doctor some shit up? No, I did not. This is real time, real move, okay? Okay. I don't know who that is, Dogwood Joe. Do y'all want me to click on the picture? Huh?
You should have clicked on the picture, and make sure it's a real account.
Oh,
Go see
okay.
how many followers on that account.
All right, well, let's click on the picture, see if this is a real account. All right. Shit just popping up. All these pop-ups. So is this a real account or what? Let me just go to the damn pictures.
How many followers?
Okay.
How many friends on that
They
account?
hold on. They got this picture up here, and it's December the 30th. Little cuz rest up. So I think it is real. They got Tyrone picture up, and Tyrone and his dad. I don't know what relatives. Is that a? Oh, that's a girl. I was like, is that a boy with a lipstick on? I know it's a grown man account. He don't put his pictures up much. He just put his kids up. I seen one picture of him a while ago. Where that picture at? He putting everybody else's picture. Okay, so he's real cool with Looney. So they real tight. They probably talking about me in the background. All of them talking about me. Yeah. But he just put his kids up. I know he hide behind them damn kids. I think this is him right here with that goddamn beard on. Yeah, I think that's him. Had an amazing time today. Well spent with Bay. Yeah, that's the Bay. So yeah, I think that I don't know who he is. I ain't never seen him in no pictures, no protests. But that's who he is. I don't know. Do he want me to stop talking because we're gonna get close to him? I don't know who he is. But yeah. Y'all seen all this shit, right? Press 9 if y'all seen this shit, right? Did y'all see all that? I don't want to stay
So
on his page
no
because
mean mine's out of 10.
he
Most
gonna
likely that
say I'm
is a real
stalking
account.
him. He gonna say I'm stalking him. So I don't want to stay on that page because I don't want him to think I'm stalking him or nothing like that. I wouldn't even know if it was him if he wouldn't have come
My
to my
microphone might not
messages.
be working. It gotta be working.
I hear you, but you
I
probably
don't
don't
hear
hear
nothing.
me.
Oh man, GG
See?
network tripping.
Yeah, they did that to you. That's what they do. That's what they do. You see? You see? Yeah, they doing some hocus pocus. Woo! So y'all seen that shit, right? So you know when I say something, I mean business. All right, y'all saw that. Press 9 if you no. Press 15 if y'all seen that. So that was the man that came and told me to shut the f up. You know what I'm saying? And that's code word. If you keep talking, I'm gonna knock you off your goddamn sandals, ho. You know what I'm saying? That's a threat. That's how they do it. You know, sometimes they just look at you. You know what I mean? Yeah, they watching me. They watching me, y'all. So y'all need to know. Stay on high alert. They can't touch you, Gigi. Well, don't say it like that, because anybody can get touched. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Polo is back. Now, what were you saying, Polo?
I say yeah, most likely that's a real account.
Yeah,
But
I
this
think that's
mean, but
real.
yeah,
But
but
who is he? How's he related?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't be worried about.
Underdog.
I don't be worried about none of that. I don't be worried about none of that because at the end they mean that you can't get mad about people speaking about something that was brought to the internet. You can't get mad when people start bringing answers or proving or showing people some ain't accurate, some ain't true. Know what I mean? Like this is the internet. If you don't like bloggers talking about it, then you gotta correct your family. You gotta correct your family because I'm gonna be honest with you. Know what I mean? Like people say a lot of things or what's up, man, but just like people got, know what I mean, got suitor, man, other people got suitor too. Like, and just because you talking about you gonna put your hands on, well, we ain't gonna say put your hands, just like you say you gonna do something to people, man, you know, people ain't, it's 2026, man, people ain't just let nobody just do nothing to them, so I don't, if the energy that people got right now, they should have had that in Gainesville. The energy that people got right now, they should have been up protesting or going at it with GPD for not doing the right thing.
That's
See,
right.
people got all this energy for the wrong shit, but the energy they should have had, they didn't display that. The energy that they got right now, even with the homeboys, cuz and all them, the energy y'all got, why y'all ain't take that energy and go to Gainesville and ask GPD why they ain't do what they supposed to do? Or why y'all ain't go to wherever Gilchrist County, the hospital, why y'all ain't go put them boots on the ground with that same energy and get answers? But y'all holler, y'all want justice and this and that. But y'all ain't showed no actions or even attempting to get that. But y'all got the audacity to try to tell the bloggers, to tell people, oh man, don't be doing it, don't be all this and all that. No, you need to have that energy and go fight and protest for your dog, your cousin, your homeboy, your brother. You know what I mean? Y'all be hollering y'all brothers keeper. How? How?
Yeah. Run and get that
How y'all brothers
evidence.
keeper, bro? Y'all got people outside talking about, and I told people, Chris deserves justice. But know what I mean? But them people down there fight for their people. They supposed, but them other people should have been in Gainesville, know what I mean, protesting and fighting and boots on the ground. When y'all taking people money, then you gotta go put on. And all that time about people be hollering about, oh man, all this, ain't nobody gotta do this and everything a secret. What's a secret? Ain't nothing no secret no more. We in March going into April. What's the secret? What's all this? Oh, they ain't gotta say nothing. They can keep everything. We got so much, man. Listen here. I'm gonna keep it all the way, P man. All this, we got so much and we ain't saying, man, all that is just to drag people along, man.
because you got too many people emotionally involved that they can strangle and ropey dope them. Whoop de doo. They got like a line with corn on it, and all these turkeys then got hooked on this corn, and all they doing is just stringing them along and just throwing some out there, and people instead of tagging along. But in reality, this shit need to be wrapped up. The reality of it, man, to be honest with you, man, when everything hit the fin, the truth is the truth, bro, and the fight show or the situation, this need to be wrapped up. This need to be wrapped up because the reason why the case is officially closed. The medical
What?
examiner officially closed it. The Gainesville Police Department has
Are you
officially closed
serious?
this case.
Are you
This
serious?
this case is officially closed across the board.
So why did they tell me? They said it's still open.
They
That they
lying.
went
They
on
lying.
vacation. They
Nope.
went on vacation and they is
Nope.
still open.
They're lying. They're
What?
lying. This case is officially closed, and it's been officially closed across the board for almost a week and a half now.
I wish y'all would stop lying to me. Why y'all tell me they on vacation and it's still open
Do you
in the
think the police gonna
comments?
be on vacation that long? Hell no. They get a couple days. They get a week. But shit, them detectives, they don't get no goddamn 2 months, 3 months, 4 weeks. Hell no. This case is officially closed, man, across the board. And the only reason why the records take so long to officially close, because it could have been closed 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. But what takes so long is that the record department got to catch up. They got to put all this stuff in, and sometimes it take a little longer, so the case don't be officially closed in the record department. But it already be closed. Just like when you beat a charge, beat a case, they dismiss it. You still got to wait on it to hit the records and to get put in the system for it to be officially closed. But this case is not no open case. This case is officially closed, and in order to reopen this case, you must have newly discovered evidence. You must have something substantial that they'll make these people reopen this case. This case is closed. They need to stop. You can't get a document that says this case open. This case is officially closed by the medical examiner and also by Gainesville Police Department. It's
Wow.
closed. It's closed, and that's why I tell people about rope doping people or whatsoever. And let's be honest, you know what I mean? When they talk about the PI, they keep speaking on the PI, but then the PI, how the PI so active? If you got this person posting everything, talking about what they doing, what you doing, the PI supposed to be doing. You posted things like you doing it, you saying you doing it, then what the hell the PI doing? Because the whole point of the PI, as y'all claim, that the PI can file motions and do things that normal people can't do, subpoena certain things, but from everything people have seen, was this person, this lady, saying she filed this, she filed this, she filed this, she filed this. Then what the hell you got to what y'all took people money for PI for? If you filing everything.
Got it. I want to say something. Now, people are saying, didn't I hear Natasha and Natalie say it was closed? I did. But then the CCs, the YouTubers on the internet, and y'all know who the YouTubers are. I don't know for sure, but I believe it may came from C-Ray people. And Lady G, you in here, didn't y'all say that shit was open and they was on vacation, but it was still open? Some YouTubers was pushing that narrative out here that was still open, and they was having their people argue me down. So, I ain't know
You not
what you
no,
got to
you
believe.
not wrong. You not wrong about that because Nelly and them did was saying that these people was on vacation. Remember that? That's when they was talking about the footage and saying that the police got the footage. They just on vacation. The detective on the vacation. Dozy, whatever his name is, on vacation or whatsoever. And the whole time that a lot of them police just ain't want to talk to these people. So, but for the case being open, it's only been officially closed across the board for about a week and a half. So you're not wrong about that.
So, did you see what Nina Johnson had to go through? They said that they was tearing her ass down in the comment section on her page.
Well, like this situation, like with Nina, know what I mean? Like Nina have, I seen Nina, whoever started it, she started a group, and it say Justice for Dro. She got a group like that she started. And at one point, know what I mean, she was a pawn in the chess game too. Well, I ain't gonna say chess game. She was a piece in the checker game because they were definitely one playing chess. But she was a piece too, and they used her in certain ways, and for the longest, like she had them loudmouth jumping her inbox and jumping her comment section. Know what I mean, they wanted her to go against me.
What?
They need at least one
Hold up!
blogger to stay on their side. Yep,
Hold up!
yep, yep.
Hold up! Hold
Yep.
up! Hold up! What?
Yep. They
I
try
know
to
they.
get no,
I
they try to get her to
tell
go
it.
against me. When I start putting certain things out there, that's when they were trying to get her to go against me.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yep, they were trying to get her to post certain things and say certain things, and then when she wouldn't do it or whatsoever, that's when they start acting shady towards her.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? And then this the sad part about it is you got people that's so emotionally tied in that that's only reason why y'all came in was because of some of these same bloggers that's really seeing what's really going on. They ain't come in mysteriously. Remember, the family ain't listen, the family ain't do shit for the world to know. Nothing. Nothing. The reason why the world know what's going on is because of the bloggers. It's not because of them. You show me one live where them people sat up for an hour or 2 hours talking about this case.
Mm.
You don't see that. Never have.
No, not even on their page. When you go to their
Never
page, you
have.
don't see.
Never
Cause the
have.
guy that just threatened me, we went down his timeline. How often did you see Justice for Dro?
Man, listen. On
I
either
didn't
one of their
see none of it.
timeline, you don't see this every day talking about this. If you go listen here, I shout out to Kendra Johnson mama who been fighting 13 years. Big shout out to her. Boy, I go down her page, boy, her page is nothing but Kendra Johnson. It might talk about a couple other things, but her page daily is posting about her child. When you go down Big Tyrone page, hell, you ain't got them but a couple items. You ain't gotta scroll that long. You know what I mean? Like the bare minimum. See, that's what you gotta pay attention to. Even if you ain't being vocal, the bare minimum, your page is supposed to be flooded with updates of posting or saying justice for your child. You don't see that. You don't see that on that timeline. Nope. You don't see it at all. Like so you gotta understand, like when people be screaming that, oh, they want justice. Sometimes that word justice is used in a way that it don't make sense.
Mm.
It don't make sense. Like, and people gotta keep it real with themselves. They have not put in no work for the amount of supporters that were supporting this movement. But once the supporters came in, they got emotionally tied and invested in this situation. You know how many nights I spent countless hours with man, I'm talking about listen, when I say I'm holding 2,000 people on the live for 4, 5 hours straight. We going over everything. These people wasn't doing that. So these people have been emotionally tied in for the last 30, 45 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So people around the world and got emotionally tied in. So, you know what I mean? And then people so tied in that if I back out and say, man, forget this, you got people that started following because of me feel like I'd have fell out behind some money. You know what I mean? So in the crazy part about it, you got people that just coming board. They don't know what's going on. They don't know about the previous. They don't know about the past account. So they just basing it off, oh, what they seeing. This is the family. So what this one side of the family is saying is law. And that's where they went wrong at. Because just because that might be part of the family, we all know that just because you blood don't make you family.
Right.
That don't make you family because family have hidden motives, hidden objectives, and ill intentions. You know what I mean? So people got untie their emotions. Untie their emotions because they ain't never be able to think clear. People can't see what's going on right now because they're too emotionally tied in and feel like these people is not gonna lie. And if they believe that, then that's like you saying your family perfect and ain't nobody falling out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Tamala, are you there?
Gigi, I'm here.
All right. What you got to say?
I just got to say, everything that Polo said was true. It was like, a lot of people put, a lot of finance up in this, and they tried to help, and a lot of things wasn't genuine. And and one thing, that he said made sense. You cannot tell people that donate money and spend time, you know, addressing whatever y'all needs are behind the scene. You can't tell them, oh, well, I ain't got to tell you what the name of the PI, and I ain't got to tell you that. No, that's information you should be glad to share with them so they can help you more if it was all about legitimacy, if you was being legit. So that's why I knew a lot of things was shiesty here. And that's why I didn't feel more. I'm the one to give money. I'll give a person money and be like, hey, friend, go get some lunch. Or hey, friend,
Mm-hmm.
go get some coffee or go get a haircut. But I didn't feel compelled to do anything really for them, but to the baby mama. I didn't
Y'all,
feel compelled to do anything for them because I felt like it was something greater behind it,
yeah.
and it was a whole lot of shiesty stuff going on. And I
Uh-huh.
felt that in my soul.
All right, y'all, get them likes up right now. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Now, Polo, I may want to role play, okay, with you, okay? Now, people are saying that, well, what happened? They want answers. And Natasha was giving us answers. She was saying Lulu did it. So people felt like, okay, well, let's just get some hope and stay with hope. And finally, we're going to get her out of here. But what do you say when people say, all right, then, well, what happened to Tyrone? And they don't want to hear what you already told. You already told them what happened, but they don't want to hear that shit. We all want to hear that. I don't take that. I don't believe that. No, no, no. I heard what Lulu said, but I don't believe that. So tell us what we want to hear. That's what pretty much they're saying. What
But
do you
you
say
can't
when
do a
people
thing
say,
about
tell
it.
me what we want to hear?
No, you can't. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't give a damn about about them type of questions, because what I mean, telling you what you want to hear, you ain't ready to accept what you want to hear because apparently, what I mean, you don't even want to believe that what she's saying is the truth. Know what I mean? Like you don't. People ain't ready for what they talking about, what they want to hear, because you could give them the blood, honor, truth, and they gonna still tell you, well, nah, I ain't going for that. What y'all want me to tell y'all? That Lulu did it. She guilty. She hit him across the head with a Hennessy bottle. Or what? I seen the marks and all that. I
All
put that
right.
out there. The world gonna run with it. They gonna say
Yeah.
Polo said it. That shit, what it is. They stamp. She did it. Tasha B said Lulu did it. That would be a lie.
It will be a lie, but it
That
makes
would
them
be
feel
nothing but
good.
that
It
would be
makes them
nothing.
feel good.
Yep, that would be nothing but a Nelson Mandela effect in full effect. You know what I mean? People have said the same thing over and over about, oh, this person did, to the point that the world feel like this person hit this person across the head, and y'all don't have no physical evidence. They got people thinking that this man's head will push from the back to the front.
Mm. So, do you mind if we role play, Polo?
I ain't gonna answer everything, but go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna role play. I'm
You
gonna
ain't
be
gonna
a
set you ain't gonna set me up like that. They need to talk to the activists, because some of these people on here, y'all,
Okay,
I know
Polo. You
y'all
don't
over
want
on
to
the
do it.
activists.
We don't
I
gotta
know
do it,
y'all on that other
Polo.
page over there. So that's who they need to be asking these questions to. Ain't nothing changed. Bed bugs, ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed.
Okay, I won't role play then.
Ain't nothing changed. No, I'm sharper than a whistle.
Hmm.
Know what I mean? But you can ask me certain things, know what I mean? You wanna ask me some questions
Okay,
or
so when I
whatsoever, know what I
role
mean?
play, I'm gonna be a character, Polo. I'm not being myself. I'm gonna turn it to somebody else. Look, Polo.
What is so crazy, man? What is
Is
shit
it okay if
crazy?
I turn it to somebody else?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All
They gonna
right.
go ahead. They building them a narrative right now.
Okay. Well, no, we don't have to do it. If you think they're gonna build the narrative
Man,
and
go
do
ahead.
something,
Ask your
okay.
question, Gigi.
Okay. So basically, I'm gonna play like I'm anti Lulu. Okay. All
Oh, go
right.
ahead.
All right. Polo, you need to stop right now. You know Lulu did that. You know she did it. And I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Gigi and all of y'all. Y'all was first out here. Y'all wanted to take Lulu down. Then all of a sudden y'all switch. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Hey,
And
listen
you
here.
laughing?
Hey,
It's
listen here.
not
Hey, listen
funny,
here.
Polo.
Hey, listen. Hey,
This is
listen.
not
Hey,
funny.
listen.
I'm so sick and tired of y'all.
Hey, listen.
Ain't
It's
nothing
funny.
funny
Listen.
about it.
This the reason why it's funny because some of our kids, nobody said nobody was innocent. Know what I mean? I'm not saying what you want me to say. That's the
Well,
problem.
y'all haven't been saying Lulu is a problem in a minute.
Well, no,
I
no, no,
want to
no,
hear
no,
y'all say Lulu. Hell,
because that's the problem with the world now. Because they want the full focus to be on Lulu, and they won't
cuz
pay attention
Polo,
to the,
that
and
bitch
they
is
won't pay.
getting away. She's getting away. And
Hey,
we're not
listen here.
talking about her.
Hey, listen
We
here.
need to talk about her.
Talking about her? What is that gonna solve?
Everything. Because every
No, it's
time we
not.
talk about her, she come back out, she say something, and then
That's
we can
not.
get
That's not
closer
true.
and we can
That's
find out
not
where
true.
she at and we can get her
That
ass locked up.
that's not true. Lulu don't come out and say things. I'm tell you something. Lulu has only open spoken certain times and only when certain things were said. That's it. Lulu ain't been openly speaking. Know what I mean? I don't know where people get that from. Oh, she just been speaking. No, she haven't. No, she haven't. Or whatsoever. It's not even me taking up for Lulu. Is the point being is that
It
if you
feels like it, Polo. It feels like it.
it
Why
don't
don't
matter.
you want to say
It
Lulu
don't
is horrible? She's evil. Don't she do voodoo and stuff? And
well,
look
you
what she's
know,
doing. Everybody is arguing. She's doing this, Polo. She's
hey
got her
man,
voodoo paws and
hey
everything.
people
She's
so
doing it. She's
people,
behind it. They said she's Haitian. She's
people
doing this shit. And
hey
y'all
listen
don't
here.
see it. Oh my God.
Hey,
This is
people
all
so
her.
people so caught up in their fake ass imagination. People so caught up in their thought process that they can't think clearly. And this why a lot of these people will never be no detectives or no lawyers or nothing because they don't know how to not be biased. They don't know how to see the playing field for what it is. When it comes to certain situations, bro, when it comes to crime, you can't be biased. You gotta elevate everything. You gotta pay attention to everything that's on this board. If you only focus on one piece, then you will miss the bigger picture. And that's where the world is going wrong at because, you know what I mean? You know what part Lulu played, but you don't know nothing else. All you know for sure is that she left him on the side of the road. That's it. You don't know nothing else because
Well,
nobody took the
no.
time to figure out
Natasha,
anything else.
Natasha said he
I
bumped
don't
his
give a damn
head.
about what
He
Natasha say.
bumped his
Natasha's a
head
composed
first.
liar.
Okay, but she didn't lie about everything. Everybody lies a little bit. Come on
So
now.
tell me what she didn't lie about.
I don't know everything, but
Oh
let me
no,
tell you.
no. You
Let me
no
tell
because
you.
you know everything about Lulu.
Polo, you
So
gotta listen. I looked at the psychic people. The psychic people said they talked to Polo.
oh
Press
no. The
five.
second people
They
no.
talked to him.
Hold on. I told people off top. I don't go by second people. Anytime a case is so big and the world know about it, a person that read minds of psychic people, they can't tell me shit. Because you can't tell me that you ain't know about this case. You can't tell me you ain't heard about this case. Or what? So I don't believe in mind readers, people that read cards about any case that have gained the nation's attention or whatsoever. Because only thing you could be telling me when I come ask you about this is who the people is. I don't want to hear about none of us and none of that
Polo,
because all that information is already out there.
you gotta give it a chance. You know
Oh
why?
no!
Because
I ain't got to
some
get
of
none of
them,
ten.
some
I
of
look
them,
at I
some
look at
of
the
them
real
agreed
world.
with you. Like what you said and then what they said. It added up,
No,
Polo.
Let me tell you what that's called. That's called manipulation.
A
That's
timeout. So
called
you saying they're
manipulation. Listen, hold
manipulating
on.
us? Come
I'm gonna
on
tell you why.
now.
I'm gonna tell you why I call this manipulation. Because a lot of times, and it's not everybody. This not everybody who read do reads. But sometimes you got people that come along and they already know certain things already. And certain people have said it. So therefore, if I say certain things, it gonna seem like that I'm on point because certain people have already said it. So it's easy to persuade the people. Know what I mean? But what the hard part is telling me something that these people have not said. See, that's when you know that you gifted, when you're able to tell me something that haven't been said. If you telling me things that certain people have said that a lot of people are already following, then I gotta sit back and I gotta question the authentication, the being authentic of this of what you're saying. I gotta question the credibility of your what you got going on. Your integrity might not be as high. Know what I mean? You might be just roping me along because you know certain things and you gonna say certain things, but you also gonna say things that this certain person has said, this other blogger that said that everybody paying attention to. So if people be like, man, you know what, man? You know, Polo said that, Gigi said the same thing. So they gotta know what they talking about. But here come the turn is. Can you tell me something that neither one of these people on this podcast, a blogger, or that people already paying attention to? Can you tell me something that they haven't said that make me believe that you know what you're doing?
Can I tell you, Polo? Can I
Go
tell
ahead.
you? Oh,
Go ahead.
God. Glory to God. God is so good because He made this time for me to tell you what's going on. They said in October, they're coming for Lulu, and in 2027, she's going to get locked up. Press 2 if you guys saw that too. That is what's going to happen. We didn't know that, Polo. They said, have a nice summer, Lulu. But in October, the police is going to start coming for Lulu. And by 2027, she's going to be locked up. They said that. They said it.
Okay, well, guess what then? Guess what then? You know what I also said? You know what I also said? Do you know what I said?
I'm
Huh?
listening. I'm
Do
listening.
you know what Polo said?
Uh-uh.
Polo said if Lulu go to jail, she won't be the only one.
Well, who
That's what
else will go
Polo
to
said.
jail? Well, who
That's what
else?
Polo said. If Lulu go to jail, for some reason, Lulu go to jail, she won't be the only one going to jail.
Well, who else would go to jail?
Hey man, wait to October 2020. What it say? What year? Shit, wait to October 2026. What it say? 2027. Shit, they need that long? Cause that case closed. That case closed. I
But
mean,
you
like,
don't know him, Polo. He's not going to jump out a car. You don't know him,
oh, he already not.
You
Man,
don't know him, Polo. And
I don't have to know a person to do
that's
homework on a person.
That's
Oh,
not
what? So you
Tyrone.
got
Tyrone wouldn't do that. He was a lovable person. And he had trips that he already planned. And, he has so much to live for. He would never do that. He got kids
okay,
that he loved. He would never do that. It was all Lulu. And that's
okay,
why Lulu, she made him take the kids off the damn policy. Natasha
okay.
told us that. She made that mother. She made Tyrone
Hey,
take the
so
kids
listen.
off the policy.
Oh yeah.
She
So
did
how
that.
so
She
so how
did that.
Natasha know that he took the names of the policy? How
She
she know
said
that?
it. She's family. She knows everything.
No, that don't mean shit. Shit, know what I mean? Cause they ain't tell about the money being stolen either. So know what I mean? So apparently, know what I mean, just cause you family, that don't mean nothing. Oh, what's up? And then people talking about, oh, a person won't do this. Well, God bless his soul. Rest in peace to Lil Papa. Know what I mean? Nobody expected for Lil Papa to do what he did. He had a family. Hell, he got a baby by Rick Ross' daughter or whatsoever. So, know what I mean? Nobody expected for that to happen to him, but he took his own life.
Yeah, but Lulu is evil.
Well,
She did
the
this to
word.
another guy. Polo, did you know? It's another guy named Willie. She did
Yeah, I
this to.
know.
Did you know that? Did you
Yeah, I
know she
know.
did the same thing to Willie?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
has a
yeah, I know.
pattern.
Now, that's now here come the M. Now,
Oh.
wait, here come the MO. Well, if you gonna use her MO, well, what I mean, well, Joe did 2011. Know what I mean? Joe caught a charge for, know what I mean, exiting out a vehicle doing traffic. So
But why are you defending her?
ain't nobody,
Why?
ain't nobody
Whose
defending
side
her.
are you on, Polo?
Ain't nobody. It's not about defending her. It's about not being biased. You can't search for justice if you feel like somebody is already guilty with evidence you can't prove. That's the
I
whole
just
point.
have it in my heart. I just
I don't
know
give a
she did
damn
it.
about what the heart is. The heart, it don't get you no conviction. A heart don't get you no conviction, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. When you have been part of a system, bro, and when you already been in prison, bro, and been around people that were wrongfully accused of crimes they never committed, bro, you look at things different. Some of these people that talking about all this bias shit, they have never been to prison. They have never been in jail. They have never had to fight for their own freedom for things that they never ever did. You got people that doing time that's really innocent. So if you don't have the evidence, the facts, to prove this, then what you're doing is making an allegation against a person that could send somebody to prison and they might not be the person who killed the man. That's the point. People got to look at the bigger picture. People want people to go down so bad with no evidence, no facts, no paper trail, no paperwork. Nothing has been provided to represent anything that's being said. Everything has been told to the
Well,
people by this lady. Know what I mean? Ain't no paperwork has been provided to prove it's true. So just because you feel like a person should go to jail, know what I mean? How can a person go to jail if you ain't got no evidence? You people don't. You want her locked up? Well, what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have
I,
to
I, t-
support a crime?
okay, one evidence she was arguing with him.
That's
Why
no
was she
evidence.
arguing with
That's
him?
not no evidence.
She was
That's not no
arguing
evidence.
with him,
That's not
Polo.
no
Do
evidence.
you know what the hateful stuff she was saying to that
That's
man?
not no evidence.
Oh,
That don't
God.
support no crime.
And then Natasha said that she used to beat on him. And
They
then,
don't support no crime. It was said he used to beat on her too. So that's not no crime. You still ain't gave no evidence. I'm the state attorney. You still ain't provide no evidence to me to support a crime that happened that this person is dead.
okay, well, how about this? Everybody on the internet feel like she did it. So she
It
did
don't
it.
matter. It don't
Yeah.
matter what the internet feel. The internet ain't the people that gonna stand up in that courtroom and take the stand and swear to tell the truth and answer these questions that support what they think or what they feel.
Mm.
People gotta stop being biased. Nobody's saying nobody's innocent, but you gotta have the evidence to support your claim. You gotta have the proof to support what you're saying. And the thing I'm trying to tell people, I have said this multiple times. If you focus your attention on one person, then you'll forget. You won't pay attention to the bigger picture. You won't even pay attention to the rest of the picture because you so locked in on looking at one person. When you sit back and ask yourself, so this person bashed him across the head, drug him in the car, reached over, opened the door, and pushed him outside. That's what you
Yeah,
telling me?
that's what happened.
Well, guess what then? Go to the bank and withdraw $1 million and tell me if you got it. Tell me if you got it. Because if you think in your right mind that this person hit him across the head, drug him in the car, drove down the street, pushed him out the car, you crazy. You out your rabbit ass mind if you believe that's how that
I
happened.
see it in the movies all the time,
Well,
Polo.
this
It
ain't the goddamn,
happens.
this ain't the movie, this the real world. This the real world. Cause that's what, listen, Gigi, that's what people saying. People, you basically saying that she hit him across the head with a Hennessy bottle, drug him into the car at the cabin, drove him down there, beat the corner, just skipped the pizza place. That's just kill the pizza place. So nobody went in there got the pizza. Because he was already hit across the head and drug in the car at the cabin. This is what they saying, Gigi. Oh, what, sir? So nobody went in there and picked the pizza up. Nobody went to the hotel, none of this shit. All this shit don't exist. The pizza box, the chicken wings, none of that exists. None of that is real. All that's fake. All that's fake. And then drove around the corner, beat the corner, came back up, and then she pushed him out of the car and kept going. That's what you saying?
Yeah, you know why she did that? Because she was hoping a car hit him, so it won't be her fault. She
Well,
was
let
trying to
me
get
tell you
away
this,
with
Gigi.
murder.
How about this, Gigi? How about this? The phone call that came in to that police, the record where the lady dispatcher was talking, that was at 5:40 something. Um, do you know that? Do you know that that phone call that John Doe, when he called the police, guess what time he called the police? At 5:45. And guess who got both calls? Me. I got the dispatcher call and I got the receipt from him when he was on his phone and called
How
the
you be
police.
getting all that? How
Oh
you be getting
yeah.
all that?
No, no. I paid these people to say that. So I don't know what I'm talking about. But how the hell do you tell me how I got the dispatcher phone call when she got the call in and when they were talking about the man in the sedan or whatever, sedan versus civilian. Oh, okay. And then John Doe called. John Doe said he called at 5:45. I got the phone call. I actually got this. I got the phone log. I got the picture of the phone call dated December 27th at 5:45 p.m. And he was on the phone for 4 minutes. On my page, I posted a dispatcher call at 5:40 something p.m. Fast forward time, I run into John Doe. He got this call where he called in at 5:45 p.m. I never knew who John. I never ran into John Doe until a month and a half later. And just so happened, the time when he called the police was at 5:45 p.m. I got it directly from his inbox to my inbox, timestamp December 27th at 5:45 p.m. 4 minutes he was on the phone. 4 minutes. What they gonna
Uh,
say about that? They gonna
all
say
right.
that ain't real. See that when that white couple came along and the white couple said what they said, if you pay attention to that white couple, they was kind of nervous when they were saying what they was saying, well, when he was saying what he was saying, because she was barely talking. Better yet, let me see how I can drop this shit inside the chat. Cause I definitely got it. Let me see. No comment
Now
section.
I was just role playing. I'm done role playing. You
Oh no, it's a receipt time. Fuck that. It's time to drop these goddamn receipts.
Now
Uh-uh.
someone in the chat says, what did you say? Now when he was talking about he said let's just say he was given a what you call the hypothesis. Let's just say it was not a pizza. Let's just say he didn't say it was no pizza there. He just said let's just say. All right.
Okay. What's the rest of it?
You said what happened?
I'm saying you say somebody said something about the pizza. What about it?
Oh, they were saying that you did say it was a pizza. They got it confused, and I was telling them that you were giving an example, and
Oh
you were
yeah, yeah,
saying, let's just say the pizza wasn't there.
yeah, yeah. But all that was there. All that was there, like it was a called in order. The food was a call in for a pickup. If you look at the codes on the box will tell you it was a call in for a pickup. So what I'm saying is the world is saying, Gigi, the world is saying that being the fact that this person say they didn't see Joe. The world is saying that Joe is already knocked out or whatever. Lulu packed all her clothes, drugged the man in the car. This basically what they saying, Gigi. Drugged the man in the car, put him in the car, hid him wherever he was, drove in town, rolled down that Archie Road, bent that corner, pushed him out the car, and kept going. That's what they saying.
Yes, that's
So
what they
so
say.
so Gigi, so you know the food was picked up first. So the food was picked up first. Then you mean to tell me he already laid out in the car and she stopped and went inside and got the pizza and all that stuff there, and then turned around and then drove down there and pushed him out after she got the pizza? That's what you telling me?
Yeah, because she was mad. She threw the
Boy,
pizza
I
out
tell you
and
what.
she threw the wings
Who?
out because she
So
was mad.
you telling me the whole time she riding this car with a person that's unconscious?
Yeah, she said, get your ass out my car.
So
because
you
that was
telling
her
me to
car.
listen, Gigi. So you also telling me that at 25 mile per hour, whatever speed, because you know the traffic. So whatever speed you're going, you mean telling me that you reached over, had the ability to open that passenger door wide enough to push him out the door while you still got your hand on the steering wheel?
She had help. She had help. It was a man there.
Sure. Huh.
It was a
No, no,
man
no,
there.
Gigi. No, Gigi. It ain't nobody but Lulu, Gigi. It's nobody but Lulu. It's nobody but Lulu. The world ain't focused on nobody else, Gigi. It's nobody but Lulu. Lulu did it, and we know she did it, and everything else. Make it make
Because
sense,
she
Gigi.
wanted that insurance money. That's why she
Okay,
did it.
okay. So you telling me that she did all this?
For
Ain't
that
no,
insurance money.
okay. So she did all this. She did all this, and nobody should be worried about nothing else but just Lulu. That what you telling me?
Yeah, because she got the men to do it
Well,
for
guess what?
her.
Then you
She
sound
probably
just like
gave
the
the
you
she
sound just
gave
like the
them a
Davis
cut.
family.
She gave
You
them a
sound
cut.
you sound just like the Davis family. Then trying to
Now,
make the
Polo,
world
you know I'm
trying to make
role
the world
playing,
just
right?
believe or just
Okay.
put everything on Lulu.
Okay, you know I'm role playing, right?
I know.
Okay.
No, I mean you sound just like the Davis family. Just want to put everything on Lulu and nobody else is to be spoke about.
It's
Nothing else
still
matters.
Lulu. It's still
Nothing else
Lulu.
matters.
Yeah, it's still Lulu.
Okay. Well, if that's how the world gonna perceive it, well, you know how this shit ended with OJ. You might well prepare for it then. If that's how people gonna only look at it and don't want to look at the bigger picture and don't want transparency, don't want no receipts, don't want this because the receipts provide the truth. And I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell people that you demand transparency and make them drop them receipts, and then all the answers you're looking for gonna be within them receipts.
But that's what we trying to get from Lulu. She's not giving
No, no,
transparency.
the David family got them too.
I'm
I
not
don't know what I
worried
don't know what they
about the
got going on.
Davidson family.
The
They
David
are
family,
grieving.
shit.
They
The
are
David family,
grieving right
shit.
now.
The David family got the paperwork and everything. They got very detailed paperwork. Shit, shit. They got, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something else, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real. This is the realest shit I'm gonna tell you on this live tonight. The David family seen the pictures of Tyrone on the side of the road. You know why they don't? You know why they didn't want that man to show them pictures to nobody else? Because them pictures are show that man head went smashed from the back to the front. I'm done talking.
Ooh.
I'm done talking. I'm done talking. That's the real reason why they're trying to make people not believe John Doe. Because John Doe took the pictures of Tyrone on the side of the road, took pictures of him with Tyrone on the side of the road to show the scenery of everything. And they told him not to show them pictures because them pictures to show that his head wasn't mashed from the back to the front. That's what they hide. And that's why I told people demand transparency and drop them receipts. I'm done talking.
Ooh.
I'm done talking. Ain't
Honey
nothing else to
must
talk about.
surprise me.
Ain't nothing else to talk about. And that's why I told people the man transparency because them pictures tell the truth. Them pictures tell the truth. And I have said this on my live 1,000 times. They got the same pictures. They got the same pictures I seen. Tell them to be transparent. Drop them receipts. Drop the receipts because you got the world thinking that his head was mushed from the back to the front. They seen
I'm
them
lost for
pictures.
words.
They seen them pictures because guess what? If a man had it pushed from the back to the front, well, guess what? It should be blood everywhere.
It's getting hot. Tamala, are you there? Tamala. Oh, I forgot.
I,
You
yeah, yes, you had me in the doghouse.
did
Yes, you
you hear
did.
that? Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that, and I totally agree with him. I already
About the
told you that.
pictures. The
Yes, I
pictures,
already told
girl.
you that she exaggerated about that. Because let me just say this, the nurse never said it was any blood. And then when he had the guy, when Polo had the guy on there, and I watched him say, yes, he saw a little, little scratch on the head and on the shoulder, but he never once said it was bashed in. So she came out there and said all that. That's why I say what I say. You know, it was messy. And that's why you want to know why GPD and Girl Crest and all of them didn't do nothing about it because of this right there. It was messy. It wasn't all what she said it was. Come on now. She blew that out of proportion so she can get whatever they was trying to get, attention or whatever. I don't know what they were trying to get out of it because it sure wasn't justice and it sure wasn't answers. Like I said, if you come out here and you put something out, it's just like if just say me and one of my loved ones, something happened to them. I'm not gonna come out here and say, oh, I was there. I was on the scene. I'm going to come out here and say, oh, my brother told me this is what happened in Memphis, Tennessee, or this is what happened in California, or this is what happened in Chicago. That's what I'm going to come out here and state. But I'm not going to state it like I've been there on all those things. And I kept saying that. She's sitting up there saying she went to the pizza place. That's why when the pizza video came out, everybody was like, oh, Gigi, we saw the footage from the pizza place. And you said you had to tell us all. It was AI. Come on now. So at the end of the day, that's where all this stuff blown out of proportion. And I told you I don't believe the injuries was what she said. After I got through talking to somebody in the medical field, I told you the injuries wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. The man was still alive. So he more or
This is
less,
why.
like she said, the woman told me, she said it was more or less like when a person go through a brain aneurysm. She said that's the type of trauma that they go to. So if there's no brain activity after they get through doing all the signs of the test, that's when they let the family know and they have the choice either to leave them on there or to, unplug. Okay, but at the end of the day, that's why I kept telling you, I don't believe nothing. I kept on saying something is wrong, something ain't right about this. I kept telling you this behind the scene because I knew, and that's why I said when everybody finds out the truth, a lot of people gonna start shedding some tears. They're gonna cry, and even if it is something more to this, still they know. Like he just said, they know what's going on. That's just like when the last thing with what's her name, the bed bug lady or whatever they can call it, Polo be
Miss
called.
Jackson.
Yeah, Miss Jackson, when she came out and she didn't say nothing that last time. If you know, she didn't say very much. She sat quiet and let Natasha and Natalie do it. She didn't say very much at all. But Natalie was saying, if we find out this, if that is the case, if this is the case, and I'm like, all these ifs and that, no, that doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. It's sad. It's sad that you got to play on human beings because there's people out here that's really got some real life stories that are really going on and really need help. Look at Rebecca's situation. Her situation it needs to be brought to attention. Just like the police officer that's going around. Stuff like that needs awareness. All this other stuff that really needs some awareness. You sit here and you faking people because y'all want financial gain or y'all want to still live the same lifestyle that Tyrone gave you. We all knew he was the breadwinner. We all knew he was feeding and providing everybody. Even his friend Looney said that. Come on now. So we already knew what time it was. Just like Lulu said, ask them why they wasn't getting along before this. Ask them why they wasn't getting along. So they knew what they had done to the boy. They knew that what they done to him. They wasn't true to him. He was true to them. He was a genuine soul, but they wasn't genuine. And so everybody failed him. Everybody failed him. They failed him, and now they want justice, and now they want to fault her. Because guess what? He genuinely loved her and would move heaven and earth for her. And they now they mad because when they found out the insurance policy wasn't for them and it was for her. Now they want to go after her about that. It's all messy business. God has been giving me discernment, and that's why I told you I had pulled back from that because all that no sleeping and going hard, paying money to get this report and that report. No, no. At the end of the day, I knew it was Rob came on. He said, Tamala, you hitting it, you hitting it, you hitting it. Then Miss Verna said, Tamala, you own it, you own it. I knew it was some messy business here. And it's messy. It's totally messy. But do I think there's something else? If something else did come about, they know. They know who, if it is something else to this, they know what's going on. Just as well as like Polo just got through saying. They know. It ain't like they don't know. See, they don't want to stamp the real stuff, but they want to stamp all the fake stuff that they keep putting out there. And that's why I'm not, you know, a lot of this, like we apologize to the mother. We apologize to a lot of them because it wasn't fair for to go after them like that. But we went after them because guess what? It was told to us this was going on. And when you get that kind of, when your mind set and you hear how his tragedy was, then that makes you want to get justice all the more. But see, they blew that. They blew that. They lied. That's why the pieces wasn't falling in together. And just like he just got through saying tonight, that's why they don't want to show the pictures. Everybody got the pictures pretty much. So they've been showing them around in they social circle. So you mean to tell me you couldn't show the people? So even if you didn't show the people, you could have came out here and told the truth about a lot of things. But like I said, she didn't clear up about Gigi. Cece. So she didn't clear up about Cece. She don't want to clear up about nothing that she has done wrong. Accountability is everything. And if you can't take accountability, you can't stand up there and say you know God. That's it. That's all for me.
Polo, any last words?
Man, shit. I'm gonna say the same thing I always been saying, man. Just like, and it's crazy because if you look at that live, that when I was on the live with him and his daddy was talking about give me his flower because I ain't had to do this and do that. And my words, closing words, is we're gonna keep pushing transparency, full transparency. I was already in test mode because I had already figured out things and found out certain things back in February. That's what really had me so hot. I was, man, listen here. Boy, listen here. Boy, listen here. I was 30 minutes away or whatsoever from laying all this shit out or whatsoever. But then I said to myself, I say, if I lay it out now, I'm a probably, I probably ain't gonna be able to figure out everything that need to be figured out or whatsoever. Then I ain't gonna, then it gonna blow up too early. It gonna blow up too early or whatsoever. It's certain things that I need to confirm. So that's why I went out there the route of transparency. And I went and told them, hey, clean this up. Hold accountability for this right here. This ain't right. Because this right here, it's the real truth. So and then when you fight for something, man, you going hard like I was going hard. You feel like, well, maybe people just talking out of emotion and they over speaking themselves. So that's why I didn't fully drop the bomb back in February. That's why I ain't start the exposure movement then because I said, man, you know what? Maybe just people just speak out of emotions. But I gave them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to tell the truth about certain things. Neither one of them weeks it was ever done or whatsoever. So then when I sat down and broke it down and told them, well, you know what? If y'all ain't gonna correct this, then I ain't got no choice but to correct it. I ain't got no choice to tell these people that you lie about this right here, you lie about that right there, or whatsoever. And hell, before I could go live and start my movement of keeping this shit peace, they had already started talking behind my back.
They had already hit, I ain't even know Natalie had told that lie on me. I ain't
That
even
you
know
was
she had.
paying
I
people?
swear to
So
God, I
you
ain't
was
know that.
not paying people.
Oh, I ain't even know nothing about that because I was just on the phone with her. So I'm like,
Got it.
damn. So when they came to me like that, I say what?
Can
I
you
say,
confirm? Can you
I
tell it, Polo, you was not paying people?
no, I ain't paid nobody.
Okay, well,
And
that's what we want to
that
hear.
what surprised me because I called these people on the phone. In the video I posted when we were talking, and the only reason why, let me tell you the real reason. The real reason why the lady's face was covered up. And this I always this is something I have learned. Anytime a person is giving a statement and to that person give a sworn deposition, then you must protect their face. You must protect their face until a deposition is gave. If they want to give a statement or give a side of the story, you gotta protect their identity because within that time frame, something could happen to them. So you want to protect their identity until no mean that until that shit is done and they did what they supposed to. Know what I mean? Tyrone them was supposed to come up the following day. Remember on my live, I said, well, I ain't got clearance yet. All my followers know. I kept saying I ain't got clearance yet, but I'm gonna wait till I get clearance. And then I'm gonna drop, know what I mean, the video, know what I mean, clips from the lady her version. I ain't get clearance out the gate. When they gave me clearance, that's when I started dropping it. Because they were supposed to come up there and handle business. They never came.
Mm.
My black knew because I called Tyrone off my black phone. Know what I mean? I was recording with my phone and I called the family off her phone. So that's why at one of the videos you hear Tyrone talking clear as day. Clear as day. Oh what sir? So that's why I ain't get the point of them saying certain things when they was on the phone. They was on the phone. So I didn't never get how they said that. And and when the lady was already saying that she was trying to reach out to one of them, just like John Doe did. I posted a screenshot of John Doe trying to reach out to her. Hell, I knew John Doe was trying to reach out to her because she the one who sent me she sent me the message log that she never responded to him. Natasha sent it to me. That's how I knew to go find John Doe. I had to do the footwork and go find, track him down, talk to him. I got everything. I got the whole message log from me and Tasha talking. So I ain't understand why would they lie. Why would they lie knowing I got the receipts?
Mm.
So how can you discredit somebody when that person got in your inbox and you sent it to me directly from your inbox to my inbox? You can't say somebody made that up or somebody paid somebody. How somebody paid them when it came directly from you?
Why haven't y'all got on live together?
Why who ain't got on live together?
You and Natalie and Natasha. Why haven't
Oh,
y'all did that?
you talking about after the fight, after all this shit here?
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's how that shit supposed to happen? Oh no.
No.
What we got to talk about? What we got to talk about?
Talk
What we got
about
what about what?
okay, where did it go wrong? And the
I just told
transparency.
you where it went. I just told you where it went
Yeah.
wrong. That what part of people don't understand. People ask the same question over and over. I'm starting to think that people ain't got no comprehension
No,
skills.
I know what you're saying,
But
but for
I know
them,
you
for
asking the
them to
question. You
have together talk so they can say, well, the reason why I said that about you is because this is how I felt, or I just lied in a moment because I was mad at you, Polo, or, a heart to
but
heart,
how
a
can you ask
transparency
me?
talk.
How can you ask me why they ain't got on live together? They should be in their inbox asking them what went wrong. What happened? Because if I'm gonna be honest, if you let me tell it, if I had to sit back and analyze this whole situation, I would have to say that they allowed this person to get in their head, Cabin Patch, Fiona, to get in their head to go against me or whatsoever. So they could be on the scene for the attention, for whatever the program is, because if you pay attention, all of a sudden it's we not rocking with Polo, we rocking with her. Oh, I've
Did
been
you
on
get a
this scene the
phone
whole time.
call?
I
Did you get a
believe that's
phone? Go ahead.
I believe that maybe that took place because if you look at what's going on, instead of that person doing what they supposed to do, since they won they first live, all they did was talk about Polo. And then turn around and try to play victim like I said something about them first. When I clearly said on my live, I don't even know her. They asked me about it. Tyrone told me about her before this even transpired. That's the thing about Tyrone. He always told me ahead of time. He told me about it. He asked me about it. I told him, I said, well, I don't know her. I don't know. I don't follow her work. So I can't really say nothing bad about her because I don't know or whatsoever, know what I mean? So for her to turn around and just be talking reckless about me on your first live with the family, oh, that means you've been plotting this. You've been waiting on this moment. You've been, so to me, you behind all this controversy. You got them to turn against me because I ain't never said nothing about you. You can't find a live that I ever said something. I have never met this lady a day in my life, never crossed paths with this lady, never talked to this lady, have never said anything to this lady out the way until now. And you know, and that's the crazy part. And that's how you know people been laying and plotting on you and waiting on the opportunity to go against you because I have never had no run-ins with you. Never. So when people do that, that means that you already been plotting. You've been plotting and been trying to come on board for the wrong reason. For the wrong reason. This shit became a shit show when all this shit transpired. This shit ain't been no shit show. This shit ain't got control when all this shit here happen. Like people gotta wake up and pay attention. Like it's obvious to me. And then people make people feel like people. Then here come the lies. I done lost 10,000 followers, or what's I done lost my subscriber portal. I done lost. Here come all the lies. And bro, you here to do a job. Like, if this the job you wanted, then why is your main focus the Polo? Why is your main topic Polo? Why is your main conversation is Polo? How come every time somebody say something, you cussing them out? You calling followers and supporters bird brain and bitches and all type of crazy language. But you a professional. But I could have got Jesse Ruthless and pulled up them 40 charges that she had in her life. Cause she not no a biased citizen, cause she a convicted felon too. She had 40 charges. Yeah, she beat a lot of them. They dismissed it. But I just pulled your whole life up. You got over 40 charges from stealing to worthless checks. Oh, what's the charge in Georgia, putting them in Gainesville? You got a whole lot of stuff. Girl, you got more charges on your rap sheet than I got.
Come on, you better say it. That's what
I
I'm
say
saying.
she got over 40 charges. Assault, battery. She got worthless check, stealing. She got over 40 charges. Know what I mean? A
Really?
lot of them, driving with suspended license, driving with no license. You got all type of things from ranging from misdemeanor all the way to felony. But she had the audacity to speak on my criminal background. Man, shit, you got more charges than I ever had in my life.
Wow.
You
Oh,
telling the truth right there, just like she threatened the commissioner. That's why I tell people you got to do your groundwork. You got to do your research
hell,
on
she
people.
just got I don't mean to cut you off, Gigi, but she just got a contempt of court in 2024.
Come on, 21 too.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, people got to do their homework. When anytime somebody trying to throw dirt on one person, remember I told you, same thing going on. When people trying to throw so much on one person, look how many people teamed up and try to go against me. They try to throw my background up, everybody threw my, guess what? Anytime somebody doing that, you gotta take a step back and go analyze them. So anytime when everybody was doing that to Lulu, you know what I did? I took a step back like a real PI would do and analyze the people that you fighting for. Because you can't be biased. You gotta pay attention to them too. Because you're going too hard to put it on one person. You're going too hard to destroy one person. So I gotta pay attention to you because you're going too hard. I need to make sure that you clean. So when they were doing all that, speaking on me, my background, all that, you know what I said? I say, well, hold on. Let me analyze them because you're going too hard to bring my past and my background up. So let me analyze you. And I'd have pulled up your whole record. You got over 40 charges. Gigi, I say over 40 charges.
Whoa. Ooh.
And don't get it wrong. A lot of them were no process and a lot of them were dismissed. But you have been charged or arrested, you know what I mean, countless amount of times. Countless. Like, come on, man, let's keep that shit peep, man. I just ain't posted any public records. And I know the county where all of them came out of. Know what I mean? I certainly did because it just came in tonight, the whole profile.
Whoa.
The whole profile, your whole rap sheet, your social, your date of birth, everything. Everything that public records I got in my possession. Every place you stayed at, lived at, phone number, everything about you. Your whole life in my palms of my hand.
Whoa.
All the way from Georgia, the Fairborn, Fairbairn, whatever the goddamn county that is in Georgia. Girl, I got you in Georgia too. You wasn't no saint in Georgia. When she made a lie talking about, let's talk about Georgia. I ain't never heard nothing about Georgia. I know I had charges in Georgia. I know I done sold drugs before. I ain't never say I was no saint. I told people a lot counts in my time. I'm a convicted felon. I don't run from my past. It be people with these so-called degrees and certificates that want to trick the world and make the world think you ain't got no past. Them the people you got to worry about. I don't run from my past. I broke countless of laws. But I ain't up here talking about I'm clean. I'm not up here talking high of myself and looking down on people. I'm not doing that. I'm not dragging people to the mud because they got messed up records. I'm not dragging people to the mud because I think I'm better than them. I'm not dragging people to the mud because I got a degree. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because when you claim to be professional, you remain professional. But Lord have mercy. Your record is way, way worse than mine.
Ooh, honey. I want to know one thing, Polo. Did Natasha reach out to you respectfully and say, you know what, Polo, we're moving in a different direction and we don't want you with us?
Negative.
No? So
Nope.
just boom. Just next day, it's just like public announcement. I think that should have been talked about because she was like, that's family, and you and Nina was like her family and shit like that. So all that shit was fake.
All of no, not Natalie, Natasha, nor Tyrone. See, when I started calling Tyrone, when we had found out about the situation with him and Lulu, him and Lay, with their rendezvous or whatever they had going on, when that had hit the fan or whatsoever, and that stuff had started to blow up. And when Lay had started seeing certain things on the internet, I had talked to Tyrone about it. And then I say, well, I say this part of the game where you gotta be a man, you gotta keep that shit peak. And that's when he openly told me, like, man, I had fucked up, man, but I got my people at the house, man, that shit ain't gonna work. I'm way down here, she way up here, or whatsoever, know what I mean? That ain't gonna work, that shit. I ain't leaving my home for that, know what I mean? She just in her feelings. And I said, all right, well, I ain't gonna get in the middle of that because I don't know what y'all got going on. And I told him, quote unquote, I said, well, shit, I say, so that explains why Lay felt like I'm obligated to tell people about money that's coming from my subscriber portal. Or what? So I say, well, that's why she feel like that, because she feel like y'all, whatever y'all got going on, that she could tell me what to do. Or whatsoever. And I said, well, that ain't how that work. Me and her had a whole down argument. I told her, I don't know what y'all got going on, but bro, y'all don't dictate what the hell I got going on. I said what I'm doing, bro. And my time I'm getting, ain't nobody paying me for my time. I'm doing this. I'm doing it because normally I wanna use my own time for my own personal reason, because it's personal to me. But any subscriber come through my portal, I ain't gotta tell y'all about none of that. None of that. Y'all worry about the wrong thing. Y'all worry about the wrong thing. What y'all need to be worried about is putting the boots on the ground, and he need to be focused on being the front head of this operation instead of playing the background. And that's when people feel some type of way. You know what I mean? You talk about the rendezvous and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And then it come out about the money, about the groceries, about the pictures, about the phone being turned on. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, damn, man. I say, bro, I told him straight. I say, bro, this supposed to be strictly business, man. I say, bro, when you come up here, bro, you supposed to be focused on getting justice for your son. I said, that's the only thing you supposed to be focused on right now. I said, bro, y'all mixing business with pleasure. I say, that ain't how that shit go, dog. That ain't how that shit go, man. That shit gonna backfire. I came to Natalie. I told Natalie, I said, damn. As time went on, I said, damn, why? I said, damn, Joe. I mean, not Joe, T2, T, Tyrone. I say, Tyrone, but I need you to call my phone every day. I said, what's going on? I said, but I ain't heard from that boy in like 2 days now. I said, what's going on? What's going on? So that's when they say, oh man, Tasha called me. Tasha politicking with me. We going back and forth. She like, oh yeah, but I'ma holler at Tyrone, holler at him, and see what's going on. Cause I explained her, I say, well, when that shit happened with Lay and all them, I say, man, I told him I ain't want to be a part of that shit. I don't want nothing to do with that. And then that's when she made a public. Remember, they made a public statement saying that, oh, T2, he grieving right now. Tyrone grieving right now. It's really, he getting to him about his son. I say, man, that's a goddamn lie. How get to his son when he was just trying to get some coochie or
Oh
whatsoever,
God.
and up here trying to trick and get some coochie? How
Oh
this
my
shit
God.
get to him? He wasn't focused on his son. He was trying to trick.
It's sad.
So then I say, man, you know what, man? I say, listen here. I say, well, if this how y'all meant to play this game and everybody I can dump, like they don't know what's going on, I say, well, y'all got 24 hours to be transparent and tell these people what's going on and the truth for everything I've been telling y'all need to correct. If y'all can't correct this shit, the world gonna see things from a different point of view. That's when it's that, oh, this about money and he mad about this and this and this and that. I ain't know until you said it that she had said prior about me paying somebody. Cause boy, listen here, man, I would have been dropped the goddamn bomb. I would have been dropped the bomb as soon as I found that out.
Yep. Well, I saw it. Yeah, didn't y'all see Natalie in the chat saying that Polo was paying people
So,
to speak? Press one if
Yeah,
y'all seen that. I know
I
I ain't the
seen
only
it.
one that seen it. Yeah,
I
Natalie
seen
said
it,
it.
and I seen it, and then Polo said, "Well, if I'm paying people, y'all the one got the money. Y'all the one got the be." So he told the truth. Nobody is gonna believe the truth at all, regardless of how many people come forward. I mean, come on now, God can come forward, and people are not gonna even believe him. So it's out there. It's up for everybody. we just like one person said in the comment, we took Tasha at her word, and we find that it's so many loopholes and everything. She don't want to point no finger at her son. She don't want to point no finger at this. So justice would not be served. And I don't care who's saying Lulu gonna go to jail and this and that. God is not gonna honor nothing like this mess right here.
Nope.
Ain't no justice gonna be served if it's messy. People can get on there and have 15 motivation and speak on God's name. But if your heart is far from it, baby, them works is dead. Satan will make you think you getting a blessing through, and you ain't doing nothing but getting a web tied around yourself. So at the end of the day, it's out there, chat. It's really out there. And y'all know for yourself, we've been getting the answers, and we've been, regardless, if something else do come up in October, I still gonna say this. And I don't believe it's gonna be Lulu though. I don't believe if anything come out, I don't believe it's gonna be her. And that's why they don't, because everybody that step on the toe, they want to close the case on it. They want a new face to represent them. Every time somebody get closer.
Damn, how many faces they gonna have? They got
How many faces
faces.
have they had? They had
They,
CC started out, right?
they just like my avatars. How many faces I
Right.
got? Shit, you got
CC
the same
started
amount.
out. Then it was Polo. Then it turned around to be this lady. Who is it else going to be? And this lady didn't come up until they said, "Oh, we got the money for the PI." If she
Huh.
was all for that justice for Tyrone, she
Huh.
would have been popped up. You mean to tell
Huh.
me as long as it's been going on, you ain't popped up? It don't take a rocket scientist to figure
And
that
you know,
out.
and you know the crazy, and you know the crazy part. I'm glad that you said it, cause guess what? Ain't none of this came out. Ain't none of this movement came until them donations started coming in. You know what I mean? Remember, until that money started coming in, all of them. Well, thank you, Polo. We appreciate you. Cutwater Davis. I'm getting y'all flowers. This, thank you, Polo. Thank you, Polo. Thank you, Polo. All this shit here. When that money started coming in, now when that money really started coming in, and that money forget the GoFundMe account because I was on my account making sure the baby mama had donations to her cash app. And get mad when people had the wrong cash app. When that money started coming in, even though she was on people page telling people not to listen to me, but when I told people, hey, donate to the kids, she the first person that jumped on that line and made sure I had that cash app right. But you were the same person telling people not to listen to me until them people started donating. Then it's all thank the supporters and all this
Now,
stuff
who
right here.
told person stop listening to you? Who said that?
Oh, the baby mama. The same one.
Hold
Every time I
on.
holler about the cash app, she would come around the line.
What's her
And
name?
man, Alicia, that thing started with an 8. She stay in Georgia. The one who got a baby by that married man.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The one that she finally just posted about the birthday. Sure enough did.
Yeah, is that the one that's the sister came out and said that Tyrone was whooping her with a gun?
I don't know if that's the same one. Don't make me lie. I ain't
Yeah,
even go
that's the
chase that. I
same
ain't even go
one.
chase
That's
that
the
fight.
same one. Yeah.
I ain't even
And
wanna fall up that.
everybody was jumping on the sister because they was like, how can you come out here and say that Tyrone was whooping on your sister ass?
Well, she said a whole lot of things too because you know what I mean, just most recently, when people we started talking about it, she went and cleaned up her Facebook account because if you went a couple years back, you'd have seen some of the crazy things that came out her mouth. But
What she
but but
say?
but people went and cleaned that up. When they
What she
seen that
say?
people were going back 2-3 years on Joe account, that's when people started cleaning up their own account.
What did you? Can you tell us what she said? The baby mama.
Olivia Johnson.
I don't know quote for quote, man. I had to go through my files.
Okay.
I had to go through my files. But I know that it was time that she wasn't even letting Tyrone see his own kids.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. We ain't gonna play dumb. We ain't gonna play dumb like she ain't running. She ran the Georgia chase behind that married man.
Mm. Oh my God.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, dog, like I did things genuinely. Know what I mean? Like when I did things about let's donate to the kids because that was genuinely. Oh well, so I seen it go for me in one movie. So I like, okay, well, let's go ahead. People get together. That was genuinely. It wasn't about me. It was about them. Y'all donate to them, whatever y'all could donate. Donate, man. People would donate $200, $300, $400, 12, donate all type of money. All type of money to these people. Oh, whatsoever. So then here come the well, we gonna we don't need no money. Oh, whatsoever. So, man, we need the community to come in and donate, you know what I mean, for the PI and this and this and this and that. And then you got people that start donating all that. Cause when y'all seen them people donate, you know what I mean, to the cash app for the baby mama, now all of a sudden, you know what I mean, y'all mind, y'all like, oh shit, well, we do need money now. Oh, whatsoever, so we could go to the next level. First off, y'all knew a week before y'all even said anything that the medical examiner had made a ruling. I knew because I had talked to Tyrone and he already told me that the medical examiner was closing the case. So y'all waited a week before y'all was talking about, oh, we gonna give an update and we gonna at this time, man, we need donation, man, cause we mean take it to the next level and all this. Y'all had already plotted on the donations. Y'all seen so many people invested in, emotionally tired. Emotionally tired, man. We were twins here. Man, bro, between Gigi, me, and a couple other bloggers, man, I'm talking about, bro, we up countless nights
Yes.
talking about this. So people was I know on my page, people emotionally tied in. But I was going so hard, people thought that was my child. You know what I mean? People emotionally tied in. So when people emotionally tied in, guess what they do? They open their wallet. They open their purse. Because they so emotionally tied in. The story has been painted to the point where this man is what every woman wants. A provider, a person that gonna be there, rub your feet, always there, affection, lovable, careable. This is the picture that was painted. So a lot of women got drawn in because this is what they like right now. Them spots that they were the story they was seeing and the things they were seeing, that's what a lot of women was liking and even still liking. And they wanted that. So that's why a lot of women got drawn in because they felt it. It hit close to their heart. So they felt like they were obligated to help get justice for this man. Get justice because because they heart was telling them that he didn't deserve that. This was a man that every woman wanted. That's how the story will push. That's how it will push. It will push with no flaws. The only flaw was Lulu. That's how the story will push. And even now, people still trying to push it as that narrative. But when you sit back and you think about it, people who really investigated, really dug in, you know that that's not true.
Woo. Well, y'all walked them down. I just want to say thank you so much, Polo. You're always welcome to come through and walk it down. Thank you so much, Tamala. I really appreciate y'all. I know I was going to have the open panel and people come up, but do y'all mind if I do it tomorrow? Press 7 if it's okay, we'll do it tomorrow. And you know what? When I put the link in, why do y'all wait 5 to 15, 20, 50 minutes to come up? You know you want something to say. Just hit that motherfucking link in the beginning. Hell, y'all wait forever to hit the link and you know you got something to say. Just hit that goddamn link. We could have been got this off the way. But all right. Well, thank you, Polo. Thank you, Tamala. And thank you, chat. Y'all could do better with these damn likes. Okay. It's a damn shame how y'all doing. Okay. Whew. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you again, Polo and Tamala.